on a tirade. Talking to the grip in the face, be still, let that hit stuff fade. We all want the same, we all want a meal in the safe. I wanna live like I'm charged with lightning. Trail spill from my lips, feel bent from the bit. Take a sip till I pass out. Try and get grit, but it don't make sense. Cause you can lose life on this fast route. Yeah, turn thoughts to a cash cow. I might flip that to the glass house. I don't need the accolades, I'm in love with the chase. I just wanna eat, save a spot at the table. Beats with the slap, hit myself on the map. You long with the wind, but we knowing that it's capped. 5-hour flights, couple
Welcome to the Ultimate Entertainment Solutions Show, presented by Ultimate Entertainment Solutions. The show where we dive deep into popular topics, equipment, and emerging technologies and trends. Hope you're ready. DJ Spin It.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? We are back. We are running a little bit behind today, and I'm not going to lie to you. Listen, we were backstage with our special guest today. We have Director Jackson, and listen, I'm just going to tell you now, you are in for a great show today. This is going to be part one. We have, of course, our regular guests. We have DJ Nuff Said, and we have Mario. And then, of course, we have our special guest, Director Jackson. And listen, like I said, we were backstage, and I mean, this man here, he was blowing our minds away. And it was hard to stop talking, and it was hard for us to get this going because we just wanted to pull knowledge out of him and keep telling him to keep going and going and going, because what he was showing us and what he was doing, and I mean, it's crazy. So what we're going to do is, like I like to let my guests introduce themselves. So I'm going to let him kind of introduce himself and kind of tell a little bit about him and you know, what he does and what he specializes in. So, Director Jackson, the floor is yours, and I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
All right, real quick before I start, what's the Twitch? I think I'm following the wrong person.
So it's going to be Ultimate Entertainment Solutions.
Oh, okay, yeah, we following the wrong. All right, I got people following the wrong person. I'll fix that. But good evening, everybody. My name is Director Jackson Satak. I am a systems integration specialist. I specialize in Twitch, every OBS, YouTube, Facebook, whatever you stream to, or whatever platform you're on. I specialize on how to get it set up, how to maximize everything from it. I also teach electricity, logic, and life coach. I guess you could say that as well. I'm here today to try to guide you guys into setting up Twitch. If you need to learn how to set up Twitch or your OBS, no matter what OBS you have, it doesn't matter. XSplit, OBS Studios, Polypop, that's the one I use, or Streamlabs. Doesn't matter. Even Twitch Studio. I know some of you out there that don't trust the other OBSs. You know, you got Twitch convinced you to get Twitch Studio. If you want to learn how to work that, I can tell you how to do the same thing everybody else can do across all OBSs.
So how did you get into this?
I've been a nerd since a child. You know, my dad built computers. So I'm sitting there, you know, on the floor, 4 years old, watching him put together the Commodore 64 and change out the memory card. And I'm just watching. And then from the hardware, when I got to high school, I got into doing software. And of course, I excelled way past to the point where I started helping the teacher like my sophomore through senior year. I was helping the programming class. I taught at Morgan State University. There's a bunch of kids that comes during the summertime. I did an internship teaching them programming, and from there, once I figured out how programming worked and what it could do, I got kind of addicted to it.
Right. That's awesome. Listen, so I'm gonna put up your Twitch handle. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, because I'm gonna tell you now, when y'all see what, you know, when we get this information and that he's going to share today, like I said, this is going to be part one. We're going to bring him back and we're going to go a little bit more in depth on part two. But this is his Twitch handle. You know, please go give him a follow. He does things on his Twitch channel that, I mean, I'm going to tell you now, it's going to blow your mind. It is going to blow your mind. Like I said, we are close to 30 minutes late because he was backstage. I mean, he was showing us all kind of craziness. I'm gonna let you jump in right now and just kind of tell us how you met met him and kind of how this kind of came about real quick, so we can kind of bring all this into formulation of how this came together.
The first time, first of all, what's up, everybody? It's DJ No Said in the building. Um, the first time I met Director Jackson was on a raid train. I can't remember what raid train it was, but I do believe it. I know it was that. And on the raid train, just to explain how that is, it's where a collective group of DJs stream for this many hours or whatever, and you get your time slot. And after your time slot, you raid into another DJ. The raid is you take your viewers into the next person's channel altogether, and that itself helps the next channel grow because they get new follows and things like that. So Director Jackson just so happened to be on the raid train. Um, I didn't know what I was looking at first. I seen a whole bunch of stuff that looked really, really clear. You know what I'm saying? Not nobody just standing, saying what up, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was different. It was like Star Wars meets the Matrix, you know what I'm saying? It was that. And he was just sitting there chilling and playing music, but I'm focused on everything around me. Why is everything so 1080p? You know what I'm saying? When I just seen somebody's gray hair on their beard, you know what I'm saying? You don't get none of that, you know what I'm saying, that messed up stuff in Jackson Stream. This Director Jackson is the real deal. I will go to his stream any time of the week just to watch it. I'll put him on mute just to watch it because the man know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? That's my dog right there. But yeah, me and Jackson linked up. I had an issue with a computer, and he walked me through it in 15 minutes. What took, 2 months for me to try to figure out, he fixed it in 15 minutes. Um, and from then, I just been attached to the brother. You know what I'm saying? We ended up having a lot in common. Um, he's a great guy, all together. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm talking about. Just sit back and enjoy. Just sit back and enjoy.
Listen, I can't keep saying it. They in for a show. I am beyond excited, and I can't wait. I'm yeah, I'm beyond excited. So, how you doing, Kimmy? Thank you for joining.
Hey, Ultimate, give me about 5 minutes. Let me grab my food real quick.
Okay, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Listen, we're
Can
gonna
you
get this man all the time he need, because I'm telling you now. that- Listen, he is legit. He's the real deal. It is. I just can't keep Mario. You saw a little bit of back. I wanted to show everybody behind the scenes of what he does. So Mario, just seeing what he does behind the scenes, what do you think?
I'm blown away. I'm not like I said, right now, just looking at everything that he's done, that's the level I want to be at right there. Just that little bit that he did show us. I thought I was doing something until I saw his stuff. I'm like, man. I said, now I feel like a little smurf. Now I'm just trying to get there. So this was hello, hey kid, how you doing?
so so Kimmy 50 is Director Jackson's moderator.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
so she controls the ins and outs, and she's like security for him. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
wow, okay.
But at the same time, she's a streamer too, and she's taking in all of this information. So Kimmy does an exercise stream. I was just on her stream. You know what I'm saying? We was doing upper body today. Um, she's learning what he knows and taking it and putting it towards the fitness side of things. So just imagine where that's going to end up before it's over with.
Exactly,
Wow.
exactly.
Look, I'm ready. Look, I got my Pepsi. I'm ready. Look, we go all night long. I'm ready. I am ready. I'm like a kid on Christmas night. I'm ready for it.
That's how you tell somebody from North Carolina. When we say we got our Pepsi or our Mr. Good Bar or something like that, that's how you know somebody from
That's
North
how you
Carolina.
know.
That's how you know.
Right.
That's
Caffeine.
old school right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, well, listen, I'm not gonna hold it anymore. So listen, we gonna turn it over to Director Jackson, and we gonna let this is his show now.
Oh,
We
at one
listen.
point before you get started, Chris,
Oh,
what is your?
go ahead.
Can you shoot up your Twitch thing because people are having a hard time finding you on
Yeah,
Twitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me. I'm on.
Shoot it into
Let me.
the chat so that way I can
Okay.
grab it too.
Yeah,
And
because that's
Kimmy,
right now. That's what right now. I can't even find you on Twitch.
right, and
Okay.
Kimmy, if you
Give me.
can, grab that when it's put out there. Just grab it and throw it to as many people as you can, because I'm gonna do the same thing.
You know what? I think the one in the
Oh, she
message
did. She
was
did it.
wrong because there. I think it's like two in the
It's
message.
one E's. That's why I
Yeah.
knew something was wrong. It was one. I was like, why would he
Did
spell
I
it
put? Did I put
ultimate
one? Did I put one
NT?
E in the
It
message?
was one E because it's
Okay.
ultimate NT, and I was like, well, why didn't he put the second E in there? And I was like, oh,
Okay.
all right, so that's
Okay. That's
why.
my fault. I apologize. So
But
yeah.
there's another person that has that, and they only got they got 3 followers now because I said, 'cause
Yeah.
you helped
Okay.
them out. You helped them out, so they
See,
doing good. Let me grab
there
Okay.
it.
you go. Good job, Jackson.
Yeah, because I got Dr. Jackson. I got it's DJ, and I got both of their Twitch, but I can't find you at all.
Yeah, I'm
And I don't
trying
know nothing
to.
about Twitch. Look, I'm still learning on Twitch, so I'm like, I typed in your name and nothing came up.
Hold on.
Make
You
sure
know what?
you gotta throw the 2 E's in there.
Yeah.
I did that. Yeah, I did that.
I tell you what. I'm gonna put it in the back room so you can see it right there and copy it from there.
All right, I'm gonna start pasting this out.
Okay. That was my fault. I didn't know I put the wrong.
I do it all the time. Hey,
It's
look,
all good.
hey,
I got you down. I got you.
It's all
Okay.
good.
wait a minute. And on the Instagram, you had it right though, right? I know he had it right on the Instagram.
Yeah.
I
The
mean,
Instagram.
what you sent me said, the Facebook,
Right.
Instagram, and the
Right. It had
YouTube.
3 difference.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
But that one is the right one in there. The one that's in that link.
Right. That one should be
Okay.
the right one. Let's see. I'm just gonna go in and look at
Okay,
what I
so we should
sent
be
you, and
good
then
then. Okay.
All right.
let's see.
I put it in the back room if you want to copy and paste it.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm watching you on. You said where else on YouTube also?
Yeah, he said YouTube.
Okay. So I'm watching on. I see it on Facebook, Twitch. Okay, so we're good.
All
You
right, yeah, I'm
see it now?
following you now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
You
We had
gotta
to
put
work out
on.
the kinks here.
You gotta put twitch.tv/ so the entire link will come up.
Come up, yeah.
Like I got you.
Yeah, anytime you put it on Instagram, you don't have to use the www dot. You can just put twitch.tv / whatever your name is. More people will click on it, and more people will be able to remember it without all the HTTP. You don't have to put all of that in there. It's not
Right.
needed no more. Oh, speaking of new stuff, Twitch does have alerts. I forgot to
Yeah.
tell you that.
Yeah, I just seen that in the corner. I hadn't clicked anything, but I just seen it.
They don't do what you think they do, because I was disappointed. I was like, oh, they got alerts. Oh, we be able to do this. Nope, no. It's just in your when you're in your, what is that? Your dashboard. The alerts that show up, like when you get a hype train or somebody resubs or subs,
Okay.
it shows up in that part. You can now make custom alerts for different types of things that you might want to get alerted about in the stream. That's
Oh,
pretty much, but that's still cool because it's a lot of things that happen in your stream you kind of overlook. But if you can set an alert for it, it would be better, and you can just go right into your dashboard. And I think these bums made it to where it's like right at the top. If I'm not mistaken, I can guarantee you they always put it at the top.
I think so.
Alert is the
But
first one down. Yeah,
that's the same
it
thing that you
is.
can do in Streamlabs, except I guess you don't now you
Computer,
don't have
your
to.
garage.
Okay.
So basically, that's exactly what they did. Twitch is trying to stand on their own 2 feet. So since they're trying to stand on their own 2 feet, a lot of these plugins that we use, they are
Good
trying to
evening. Good
offer it.
evening.
Hey, Tis 9621, what's going on? Welcome in.
What up, Tiz?
Kimmy 50 in the building. Hey, Kimmy.
Computer.
Oh, I can see now. I can see the chat now. See, now I'm good. See, now I can see what's going on.
Everybody's locked in now.
Because I was like, I don't know who this person I'm sitting on, but they not live. And it looked like the name he gave me. I was like, oh, it's missing the E. Okay, now I got him. He live now. Okay, now we got it.
Now we locked in.
Hey, look, next time, you know what? To be honest, it would be. I need you to, Chris, get your OBS to where you
OBS.
at.
Right.
Please
Right.
get it so we can go over to guest star. I guarantee you'll have. This is nice, but
Right.
we can sit in your OBS and you can put us where you said
Want it.
seen it on my show.
Yeah.
You see how I make the screens move around? Like I could have all of my guests, they fly to different different things, or if we're having a conversation, they can choose, if they agree with a statement. We put a statement out.
Right.
They can fly themselves just by putting it in the chat. The guests can actually fly to different sides.
Interactive with it.
And look, even if you don't have Polypop, you can still do stuff like that. You can have it like a hotkey where it'll get turned on when a person says something. And that's something I wanted to talk to you about was
I'm gonna work on it today.
unfortunately we're on StreamYards, but if we can get rid of StreamYards, please, because I know, because everybody I talk to about StreamYards say, I wish I could do this or put these people here. Yeah, just use Guest Star. And plus it's a lot. It runs a lot better because it goes directly through Twitch. But bad part about it is there's no links. You can't just click a link and jump in. You have to have Twitch, and Twitch has to be phone verified for that viewer or that person in order for them to come in. And it kind of protects your stream, because anybody could take this link and just give it out, and anybody could be sitting backstage.
Yeah.
Then you got to keep kicking them out. Twitch kind of filters that out and allows your OBS to deal with your guest instead of you having to deal with a platform. Like this, save yourself, especially if you out there right now and you spending $25 or $20 a month, whatever it is, for the ultimate package for StreamYards. Just use Twitch. Just save your money. Use Twitch. Don't use Collab Cam. Collab Cam is nice. Collab Cam comes with Streamlabs, and you can have a few people in that. Also, it's not stable. Just use Twitch stuff. It's Twitch. If you're streaming on Twitch, just use Twitch stuff. Even their OBS. Just if you don't have one.
Does it have like a minimum of how many people you can bring on?
5.
Okay.
The secret of it is it gives you 5 browser sources.
Okay.
And you put those into your OBS and they lock themselves in. And now you can actually, if you want to switch people's seats to different windows, you can do it right through Twitch. You don't have to use your OBS. You can say change from slot 1 to slot 2, and your OBS will automatically move them to a new slot.
Okay.
That's what I like about what Twitch is doing right now, because Twitch is trying to give you things that work with you, but without you needing your OBS to do a lot of work and stuff that you don't understand about it.
Right.
So they're like, hey, we got alerts. I know you want to be alerted about certain things. We'll give you custom alerts. But the bad part about it is these alerts and channel points still don't do anything in that person's stream. It doesn't connect to the person's stream. Everything is just in the chat.
Right.
So hopefully in the future, like I'm on the team where for Twitch, it's called user voice, and anybody can sign up for user voice, and you go to Twitch, just type in the search user voice, and this is a voting system that we all use on Twitch. And please, as DJs, as streamers, jump on this, become a user voice, so that way we can get our, if you're a DJ, if you want some DJ stuff in there, you can vote on it. It might not go through, but at least your voice gets heard, and somebody says, oh, well, we got a lot of these new DJs coming up, and they're voicing their opinion. Use the user voice and vote for some of these things, and go find out what Twitch is trying to put out, and say, hey, you don't have that. Can we get more interactive channel points? Mm-hmm. That's the biggest thing on the user voice right now, is can we get channel points? But you got to remember, each and every OBS got different coding, and that would be, Twitch would have to spend too much money to do that. So it's up to the OBSs to do that. And Polypop is the only OBS I know that actually communicates with the devs from Twitch to where their information crosses over. So anything somebody types in my chat actually converts over to my actual, OBS, and it makes things happen. Like I showed you before, like, somebody types exclamation point yes, coin flies out, a person comes up. But see, my OBS can read mine. Not mine, but my chat of my Twitch.
I thought somebody threw something. You did that.
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah,
Okay.
that's the fun. That's why I like my OBS, because I can just sit here on my phone and just press buttons and just make stuff happen. And don't listen to Chris, because he look. I gotta sit here and press a whole bunch of buttons because I gotta showcase something. I ain't know I was gonna do an entire stream takeover. He put me on the spot. I feel like I'm being interrogated. Like, now where was you at again at 9 o'clock? You know you messed up, right? You know you messed up.
Jackson,
You got the
Jackson,
light on me.
where's the rabbit at? The bunny rabbit.
Oh, the
Hey, see,
dancing
now he
one?
putting you on the spot.
No,
Yeah,
look, I 3 buttons. That's all I gotta press. Oh, he ain't show up. Hold up. Let me do it again. Oh, oh, there he is.
look at that.
So you got that. You got a little lion. You can put your put your face up. Your little balloon. You can pop the balloon. And look, all I gotta do is just tap a button, and I can do this while I'm DJing. This is why I like Polypop. This is just me, and everybody swears me down like, well, I don't got time to do all of that. I'm like, no, Polypop is easy. You don't write code. Everybody thinks I'm sitting here because Miss Triss Beats, she was like, oh, I thought you were writing a bunch of coding into your OB. I'm like, no, I'm literally just drawing a line from the balloon to the person's name, and then anytime somebody types it in, it just changes the name of the balloon and it just floats around. I don't have to do anything. You don't have to become nowadays technology is different with AI and all of these different softwares. You don't need to learn coding anymore unless you want to do slick, very specific things. If you just want general things to move around, Polypop, OBS Studios, they make it real easy for you. You just point, click, and assign, and it'll do it.
That's crazy.
Mario looking like he got a whole. What's in your mind? Because I can feel it. He got his mind over there running. And he like, you got a question? I know you got a question. Unmute your mic. I know you got a question.
No, I mean, no, I'm just sitting here taking it all in because I'm just processing as you're talking about different things, and I know about the code because they coded like you're what's it we call it? GI either not I'm sorry. Graphic
UI,
interface.
yeah, you got the user interface.
Yeah, user interface, and
You
then
talking about GUI? The
yeah,
graphic,
GUI,
yeah.
GUI,
Graphic
yeah,
user interface, yeah.
So like when you were saying code, look, you took me back to my ITT Tech days. I'm like, ooh.
You know that good old Java, C++, Lua.
Right.
Cause see, my
We already
OBS,
went down memory lane.
yeah, like that's boy. They don't even use half of that no more.
No, they don't. They never did. I mean, it was like the stuff they taught us in ITT Tech was like a waste of time because it's like they were teaching us old stuff. They weren't teaching anything new. So it's like you teaching this stuff, and it does. I mean, I was using most of the stuff they're talking about. I was using in the military. That was like 4 or 5 years ago. So it's not.
I'm using OBS Studios for 15 years. I like I said, good technology. It's OBS Studio is one of the original done-dutters of streaming. It was the only piece of software anybody used. And so it developed so fast. So many people start like me and other developers and free roam developers started making plugins for it because they made it open source where you could just write coding for it. And it blew up. And then Streamlabs came out and and pretty much gave everybody what OBS Studios had integrated. But then they also came out with something else, and then Stream Elements came out. It got so complex where you had to have all of these plugins. You got to do all of this stuff. And I was like, how can I make streaming easier for people? How can I teach? Because Mario said it earlier when we were talking. Sometimes trying to learn something this complex is difficult. So I had to learn, and anybody that's out there right now, if I've taught you anything, I try to make it either easy or metaphorical so that you have something to relate it to so you can grasp the concept. I just need you to grasp the concept. You don't even really have to know how to do what I just told you, but if you can grasp the concept of what I've explained to you, you'll be able to manipulate your OBS.
Right.
Like we talked about, Chris, you get the OBS, you hook your equipment up, you put up a overlay, a background, you put your camera up, and you go, boom, I'm going live. And then once you go live, everything changes for you. You're wondering, why am I choppy? Why am I so grainy? Mm-hmm. Why is it like a 15 to almost 1 minute delay? You never changed your settings. Streaming is not something you can just come to and just go live. You can, but you're going to embarrass yourself. Right. It's best if you go learn, or I do master classes all the time on OBS, or actually, to be honest, I'm open up pretty much every day. Anybody can hit me across Instagram, whisper me on Twitch if you got a question about your OBS or how it operates, because without the knowledge of your OBS, there's no way. You can't sit there and be like, I don't like my stream. And you know what happened? You're gonna go grab your wallet and go buy a better system. You don't need that. Just learn what you
Right.
have,
Mm-hmm.
stream with what you got. Don't waste it. You're trying to make money. Twitch is here for you to stream to make money, not for you to spend all of your money.
But spending money is the easy.
All right,
It's a
hold on.
shortcut. It's a shortcut that people are using. They just think they can just go out and pay for it, and it fixes their problems.
Because, like he said, because I know when I first got on, when I was, I was using OBS when I first started streaming, and what I had was what he said. It was choppy. Everything was kind of grainy, wasn't coming in, and I didn't know anything about the settings. I didn't know about your frame rate. I didn't really do any of that. I just literally bought a camera that I thought was good for streaming, and I set it up and I went live. And yeah, it was a big fail, a horrible fail. And then that's when somebody told me like, "Hey, I need to go into settings. You need to look for this. You need to look for that." And that's what we're going to go to today. Is we're going to kind of get a rundown of, all right, so from starting as a basic of, all right, this is what, from step one, all right, get your computer, get your streaming device, your capture device, either it's a camera, web camera, whatever it is. And then you're going to go into your settings, and this is what you need to look for in your settings, because that's going to make the biggest difference. I know, enough said. I know me and you've had this conversation before. When you first started, you were having a lot of connectivity issues and some issues with that, and that's kind of turned out to be your issue as well. If you want to kind of talk to the people about that as well.
So, where my problems came from me not doing the research. I didn't do the research. I did exactly what Director Jackson was just talking about. I got a computer, I hooked the system up, you know what I'm saying, listened to some people on YouTube, and boom, I thought I was going to be a superstar. Well, that was not how it works. That's not how it works. And that's what people don't tell you. That's what they want you to spend money on is buying this and that and that because they make it feel like this is what's going to make your stream better. But truthfully, having knowledge of what you have already makes a big difference. I didn't know I need to change a certain setting. I didn't know having my camera set to like 1090, you know what I'm saying, by 1020 would, bust up my stream because I need to break it down some. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I was going all in thinking, yeah, this is gonna make it look good. But I had no
Mm-hmm.
idea how everything this if I did this, it's gonna mess that up. If I did that, it's gonna mess that up. I did this because I heard it improves it, but I didn't realize not everybody has the same computer. I
Right.
would have my settings on my little Windows what you call it thingy. I don't forgot what the name of the computer was, but yeah, I started off on a $400 computer. You know what I'm saying, with no memory, no nothing. You know what I'm saying, and that thing was, oh my god, it was breaking down slowly. It was
That's
breaking
why I
down
tell people,
slowly.
and said you made a good point. This is why I tell a lot of people don't keep going to YouTube and trying to YouTube your
Right.
settings or how to do your OBS. The people that's doing those videos, they've got some of them got $1,000 computer. You'll
Mm-hmm.
never
Yeah.
find an actual streamer or YouTuber that actually has your exact setup.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about your computer is like a fingerprint. It makes it different. The type of motherboard it has,
Mm-hmm.
the who made the computer, the graphics card. That's a big, especially if
That's
you
a
want to
big one.
run graphics like
Right.
I do. If you ain't got no graphics card, if you want to run audio, you got to have a good audio card, or you got to be running on a Mac. Then you got
Hmm.
Mac versus PC, and then those different set. So
Mm-hmm.
I tell every DJ, well, I went to YouTube. Don't ever do that. If you got a question and you want to know the actual settings, either come to me and learn about it or actually go find a professional, because you're going to do nothing but try settings on your computer that
Yeah.
don't that they you're going to be like, oh man, I tried that, but oh no, my screen gone. Yeah, because that person's got a graphics card you
Right.
don't have, so you might have to use your CPU to run your graphics. Like Snakey the Legend, I think it was Snakey the Legend. It was somebody I was talking to using their internal graphics card on their laptop messed everything up because it was Apple. Apple's not good with graphics and hates high end graphics,
Right.
but loves high end audio. So once he switched back to this actual CPU, everything started working. He was 5 minutes out from streaming, and he's like, Jackson, I need you. I got to stream. It's not. We made the set. Go back to your CPU. 2 minutes later, he was live. Everything else ran smooth. He had absolutely no problems. It's about understanding your system. If you don't understand your system, why are you streaming?
Right.
Because all you're gonna do is sit there and people, they can see your outline box. That if you're going to stream, put some time into it. Like put some heart into it. If you put heart into going to carrying all that equipment out in public to set it up, make it look nice, put your tarp on there, you got the stickers on your leg. If you did all of that, do that for Twitch, or else your Twitch gonna be looking real dry.
Right.
Yeah.
But you don't. Go ahead, say it.
The end game, I had busted up my settings so bad I didn't even know where to start from again. You know what I'm saying? So my only option was to get a new computer. You know, and then I did the fool thing again. I went back to YouTube thinking this person said this and this person said that. Well, that's when I found out, oh, this person has a $1,700 computer.
Exactly.
Hey, what up, Jay? Appreciate you tuning in.
So that makes all the difference. That's why I can't get my stuff rocking, because this processor ain't like his processor. None of my stuff is like these people's stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know. So right then and there, I was discouraged. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go outside and throw rocks at the side of the house for a living. I'm not streaming no more.
So, Director Jackson, if you would, so kind of give the viewers, all right, when we're going to set up for streaming, as far as settings, what are we looking for settings? Like if you got just a base, somebody that's brand new to streaming, right? They got their computer, they got their capture device, whether it's a web camera, whatever it is, and they want to set up their laptop. Granted, every laptop is different because, like you said, different specs, graphic cards, but just a general thumb or rule of like, hey, well, make sure this is what you look for, far as just a thumb rule starting point, because again, it's going to differ from laptop to laptop.
What I usually teach everybody, especially streamers and DJs, go to your OBS. Every OBS is where the settings are is different. Go to your OBS, find your settings, look for your output, or sometimes output, it might be video, it might be general, but go through output. Your canvas and your output, where it says canvas and output, should always be equivalent in pixelation. So if you got it 1920 by 1080, your canvas should be, because if you got it different, your canvas is going to look like this, but when you output, it's going to be wider and it's going to throw things off in between. Keep those the same. All right, let's not even get into the advanced stuff. You got output, you want your output and your canvas to be the same. On your video, you want, it's hard. If you know you have if you're on a PC or a really good gaming laptop, you want to go to the what is that called? That'll be your encoder. Go to your encoder option and make sure you take it off of the X264. That's actually your CPU. You want to switch it to whatever your other, it might be multiple. It might say 2, but one I'm going to say new on it. Whatever one says new, or whichever one is just not X264, I don't care what it is, just try it. I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, it'll be better. In the case of Max is a little weird. Depends on, like the Max, it's called the Max. The Max. That one does not, its graphics card is great, but it will not work with your, go ahead and try to tell it to run OBS. It'll be like, Your whole, Snakey said, I put it on, I was like, it should take it. And it was like, Apple said, no, we don't want our graphics card, because we're going to embarrass ourselves. So no, we don't want y'all streaming to Twitch in 1080p with our graphics card that we're claiming is top notch. And this is why you paid so much money for a Max. And he was like, I feel cheated. I was like, you should. You really should, because these companies do this all the time. They give, it sounds so good, it's so fast, but then it's only like a 2 megabyte hard drive. It ain't got no space. You can only put one file on there, and then you didn't took up the whole hard drive. But it was cheap and it's fast. It's cheap. You only pay $700. No, your settings is don't go buy nothing good. You don't need to spend money. Your settings. That's about it. That's the basic. Because other than that, I would need to know other information like your network. I would need to know what your upload speed. If your upload speed, let me do that. Don't worry about your download. Everybody does that to me. Your download speed means absolutely nothing in streaming. It's your upload.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
If your upload is at least at, let's say 10 megabytes a second, you're doing good. Then you can go into your settings of your OBS and go to your kilobytes in your output. You can go down to your kilobytes, and it'll probably be on like 2,500. You can bump it up to 6, no more than 8, because Twitch can't take more than 8,000 kilobytes a second. It's like a pipe. It's like a pipe sending water.
Right.
You want to make sure you don't want to send less or too much.
Exactly.
If you don't send enough data, it trickles. You don't get the right pressure you need to wash your dishes. You put too much water in it, when you turn it on, it sprays everywhere and annoys the hell out of you and everybody else. You want to make sure the pipeline matches and at the minimum close to around what you're pushing out. So that way, when you say, I want 60 frames a second, that's what they give you, because that's the secret. You don't need to do 4K. If you want your stream to look like mine, you want it to move this smooth, it's the 60 frames a second that does it, not the pixelation. The pixelation is how detailed it is. The frames per second is how smooth things move around. So if your stream is animated and does a lot of moving, you want frames per second, knock it down to 720p. If you're in the same scene and it's just you on stream DJing it, then you can use the opposite. Just use 30 frames a second and just use 4K. You can use the 2160. Because to be honest, Twitch really can't take more than 2160. It can take 4K, but they're cheap. They're not going to allow 4K to actually go out. They're going to minimize it as much as possible, or they'll reduce your stream. If you have, to be honest, hold up. If you have less than 100 people in your stream, or if you're not partnered, you don't get quality service from Twitch.
Oh,
Go ask any partner. Go do your research. You'll find out anybody partnered, they stream on a different server per country, per city, per state than you do. Why? Because technically they're paying for it because they have enough people coming by watching enough ads to pay for that server. This is why they treat and then they don't even treat partners equally, because some partners get, more than other partners. And guess why? Because they sat down and said, hey, what settings I need to make my stream look like this? They ain't spend no money. Everybody said, he spent all that money to get his stream looking like that. That's why he partnered. No, they didn't. Most people sat down and just the basic settings. Everything is 1080p now. Everything, you don't need to fight. Back in the day, we had to fight for settings. Now, half your OBSs, half of what I'm telling you might even be obsolete by next month, because once Streamlabs does their update in OBS, you won't have to worry about 60 frames a second. Most people's OBSs I've seen helping them out, it's already in 60 frames a second. But their computer can't handle the 60.
Right.
So I'll say, oh no, you gotta take that 60 down to 30.
30,
That's why the only reason people's streams really mess up, and it's not even about your settings. Don't put a bunch of junk in your stream that people are not looking at. You have to remember, every video, every GIF file, every picture is using resources when they are not being seen. If you're on with just the overlay and you DJing and you got another scene with 32 pictures in it, it's eating up all your resources.
Right.
If you don't tell your OBS to turn them up. That's why I said laughing. It's like you got 19 scenes with 14 objects apiece. You got pictures, you got slideshows, you got videos, and you're not using them because you in a whole nother scene for this stream. And you wonder why you lagging and why it don't look like your other stream, because you didn't tell your OBS. Always tell your OBS. The next stream we do, I'll get a lot more detail with this. I'll have my OBS set up so I can show you on any OBS where to go. But on each OBS, whatever video or media you got coming in, right click on it, and you want to make sure you tell it to turn itself off when it's not in use. Other than that, when you turn it off, that little dude is still dancing. And guess what? That's eating up your video.
Yeah.
And you wondering why you lagging. Because I ain't going to tell you how many videos, if I just turned it off, my entire stream, just one video. Not out of the 1,800 I got. Just one of them, because I said I wanted a 4K video. That 4K video said I need more resources.
Mm-hmm.
Stick to 720, 1080p if you got the actual, hardware for it. But I tell people, you're not going to tell the difference between 720 and 60 frames a second versus 4K.
Right.
Run your stream in 720p with 60 frames a second. I guarantee you nobody will tell a difference from 4K. Because it's about it's about how you moving around while you DJing.
Exactly.
And it's about more frames a second than it is pixelation. So a lot of people focus too much on their camera. So the only settings you really need to do for your OBS is your output and canvas. Make sure they're even. Don't worry about the other settings. And please make sure you look at your kilobytes a second. How much are you pumping out versus your actual network? I've seen people, they got it set to 6,000, but their kilobytes a second up is 3.1 megabytes. Your computer is also using your network for other programs.
Right.
It told you 10, but I guarantee you probably only got about 7.
Right, exactly.
So that's why I set mine to 5. I need a buffer in case I need to open up another window or bring in another source.
Yeah.
I have people do that. They max it out and they say, "Oh, I need this to do this," and all of a sudden I went to go turn this on, and my whole stream started. Your system was like, if you put one more screen on me, I'm running your videos, I'm running your Serato, I'm running an OBS. Serato and OBS alone will kill half a computer. I don't care how strong your computer is. I don't care how much money you spent on it.
Yeah.
If you run Serato and any OBS at the same time, especially if your OBS got a whole bunch of shit in it from who knows when and when you've been building it, watch your stream look like trash.
I think that's any DJ software. You run an OBS for any DJ software.
Virtual DJ, I don't care what it is.
Right.
Because remember, you're manipulating audio live.
Live, exactly.
A lot of DJs don't understand that it's just not a piece of software. It's not like going to Twitch. Twitch doesn't use anything. Serato says, I want at least 45% of your CPU.
Yeah.
You want Serato stem?
Audio.
That's just the audio.
Right.
Oh, you want stem? That's 8 extra tracks per side. Matter of fact, give me 80%. Every time I run Serato stem, it wants 80%. My graphics card doesn't matter. My graphics card said, that's audio. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Right, exactly.
And I said,
you start doing video,
now I gotta go get an audio card because I found every time I run Serato stem, halfway through my stream or 15 minutes into my stream of DJing and cutting the tracks up, because I'm actually using 4 on this side, 8 on this side, and it's got a load plus whatever you loading in to mix it. It was like it started I was like, oh shoot.
See, I have and I'm very scared to I have a MSI, and I'm very scared to run my streams with it and DJ with it, because I usually just use my DJ computer, because I do stems and I use strictly just for DJing, and I use another source to do the for the video capture.
Right.
But I've been kind of contemplating on trying that MSI with both, but I don't know if I want to or not. That's what I don't know if I want to or not.
You're gonna lose your audio. I'm telling you, that audio ain't going.
It's not gonna.
Well, it's not one of those It's not one of those DJ softwares you can do a lot of extra stuff with.
Yeah,
it's a standalone system. You really, anytime you do anything extra with Serato, it's gonna. You have a high chance of something crashing.
Right.
Anything extra like Serato, running Serato the way DJs normally run Serato is already hitting the roof. You already about to drown. The minute you introduce Serato video or you do stem, you're now asking your CPU to do more work. And if you don't have the graphics card or the audio card, because now I figured out once I get my audio card, which I said, oh God, another expense. See, but you only spend money when you need to. It's like, oh, I need an audio card because I want to run stem for our set. Because 15 minutes into my set, it's scratching, screeching, lagging, and then I gotta do magic to cut out to a different set of music and then reconnect it back to the board and not use Serato.
Right.
That takes too long. It just happened to me the other day running I'm a piano. I was running some reggae, doing it live, having a great time, and sure enough, the Serato stem said, you asking me to run 4 tracks plus another 4 tracks that you're getting ready to mix simultaneously on top of running OBS that you seen how many graphics I got flying.
Exactly, right.
It said, cool, I'm gonna do it, but watch how your stream look. I said Michael Jackson don't do the robot that good. It was just stuttering wasn't even a word. I was like, it was pop locking. That's how bad it said. I'm talking about North Carolina in the club pop locking. I'm talking about juking. It was just, I was like, oh, I don't know what to do.
They doing that. You believe it?
And sure enough, look, as soon as I turned Serato off, my entire stream just started
coming back
like butter, just everything like. And I said, okay, I can use Serato, but I can't use stem. I gotta stay away from. And you know what? The bad part about it is that I already downloaded stem and I'm opted out the regular Serato. I would have to uninstall stem in order to get my regular Serato back.
So I know right now, like I know mine. It doesn't even like it hiccups when I'm using stem right now. Just standalone.
Standalone, yeah.
Right. It doesn't even hiccup. Like, I mean, that thing is like butter right now with stem, just standalone. And that's why I was kind of contemplating it. I was like, maybe I might push it, but.
Well, see, I know like what PC DJ Dex 3, it doesn't require that much CPU. So like when I go online, I'm using that more so than Serato, because then even with Mixmaster Fusion, it doesn't. That's like a low end. That's a low end.
Yeah, it's just basically just play 2 songs, like pretty much.
Right.
The less fancier
Serato,
thing.
I came up on Serato years ago.
Because it's like Serato does so many fancy things that it needs resources if you decide to use them, especially with your board. That's the trick. It's not just Serato. Now, whatever settings you put on your PC doesn't really affect it. It's when you get the touching and changing the options on this board. I want the longer echo. I want more distortion. That means you want more resources.
Right.
This is why real DJing is still held above Serato, because Serato can do it, but you got to buy a system to even pull off half of them tricks. Because I've watched DJs use a system that I was like, you getting ready to use a Serato stem, and sure enough, as soon as they hit the first stem, everything locks up and the song is just playing. They can't reverse, they can't switch out. It's locked in. They got to wait 15 seconds and then it switch over, but they done messed up because they didn't hit too many buttons, and now it's remembering all the buttons you didn't hit and everything you did before that, and running it through. And the only thing you can do is either unplug or just shut the entire program down. But you can't because you're live. And I said, I gotta make sure I tell people, you can't do what you see other people do.
Right.
My man, I got a Rev 1, not a Rev 7. If I had a Rev 7, that's gonna ask for more resources, because when my computer reads that it's a Rev 7, there's more ports, there's more buttons, more sliders, more information that comes from the board. So it needs more resources. So you cannot try to stream and play music, video, play a game from, online and filter it through. Keep your stream simple until you learn your system. Once you learn how you can tax your system, then you
start pushing it.
Build it basic, minimum settings, and then add a video, add a GIF file, and then run your stream. Don't add 18 different things because you got all this stuff in your head. Oh, I should do that. Because now your system's like, well, that's 18 extra GIF and video files. Now I was running smooth. Now I'm gonna start getting a little choppy on you. I'm gonna give you the warning. It gives you a warning. Y'all seen it. You've seen when you went live, and it's like, all right, it's not as smooth as it was yesterday, and I did just add this. Go take that this, whatever this is you just put in, take it out. I guarantee you go right back to smooth. That means whatever you want to put in, you got to sacrifice it. If you don't want to sacrifice it, you're going to have to take the choppy. You're going to have to take the horrible stream. Other than that, stop making your scene so big. Because a lot. All right, said, don't laugh. I'm just saying this because don't try to make your stream look like mine, because your OBS gonna look at you like, where you see all this at? That 5 things flying around and my OBS is different. I have a different system. I have a hand built system. I know what I needed. Yeah. And people are like, well, I want to do what you do, Jack. I want to flip. Okay, look, go get Move. Go download Move for OBS plugin, or go use, what is it? It's not Move. It's called something else in Streamlabs, where you can make things float out and float in. But if you don't have the graphics card, every time you switch your scene,
it's not gonna support it.
Why would I do this? Because what kind of computer you got? What's the CPU? Stay away from it.
I ain't even driving down that road. I ain't going over there.
Hey, look, I tell people, fade in, fade in and fade out. Stick to the look. It's like playing basketball. Stick to that close jumper. Don't go for the 3. Don't go to slam dunk.
Who said it? I think it was Hove. He said when you got a Chrysler 300, and what's that car that looked like the Chrysler 300? And then all of a sudden
the Phantom. The Phantom.
Yeah. Then the Phantom show up. Yeah. That's what that is.
Yeah.
I ain't going down that road. So let me ask you this, Jackson.
Go ahead.
Jackson, what's the so just starting off, since we're just talking about just starting off in streaming, what are the minimum requirements as far as hard drive and memory to actually, you know what I'm saying, have a stream that's gonna last you through the year? You know what I'm saying?
That's ugly.
If I worded that right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you worded it. That's perfect. So let me say this. Technology always changes. As far as Twitch is concerned right now, I'm gonna put it to you 2 ways. If you're just doing like a talk show podcast, nothing fancy, use StreamYards, maybe not an OBS, maybe you might be using, if it's using StreamYards, maybe just the basics of an OBS, you need at least 8 gig of RAM. At least 2.5 gigahertz on your CPU. You can literally buy, I'm lying because that don't work no more. I'm gonna be honest. Like, you can't buy like a $400 or $500 computer and stream no more. You used to, but now the OBSs ask for too much on their updates. They ask for too much. Like that $500 laptop that would have worked ain't gonna work. You're gonna have to spend at least no less than a G. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So would you suggest at least like a i7 core at the very minimum?
No less than i7. Do not buy. Look, I've had 5. Oh my. Hey Chris, look. Hey Hardy. Hey look. Hey Said, look. Do you know how embarrassing it is when somebody like, I got an i5. I got the i5. You talking to a nerd? I'm on a 10. You on a 5? You five generations.
Hey Mark,
back?
hold on. We gonna hold on. We ain't gonna hold on. You say you on a what? You on a what?
Who
you say you on a what?
I mean Mario.
You say you on an i10?
No, he said I didn't say that.
I'm used to the i10.
Hey,
there's i10
and the 11. There's an 11 generation. The i11. Yes.
Hey Mark,
I thought i9 was the highest one.
No.
Hey, he thought
i9 was last year. That's last year. You're late.
Wow.
See?
Hey, he just put me to shame just like that. Listen, I'm
8 months.
My toys going home.
In less than 8 months. How many times have you seen the iPhone come out and no more than 8 months later they're advertising the release for the next one?
Right.
Hey, anybody want to buy a computer?
For real? Hey, look, because I want to get rid of mine because I'm running an i7. I got
i7 and I got an i9.
Well, see, look, we thought Chris was a god because he had an i9. I said he had his own satellite with that i9 that he had.
He's still doing good. i9 can hold its own.
Right.
But if you're looking to do high-end graphics across multiple platforms, to be honest, I don't even know how he's doing this across multiple platforms and he's not suffering. But I realized he's not running his OBS. I said, ha! I figured it out. I figured out the math.
How
There's
do
no
y'all find
OBS.
this out? Because y'all ain't gonna sit here and have me thinking I'm driving a Honda Accord. Y'all got the damn Escalades and Tahoes. And
He said you got a scat pack over there. You got the Hemi in the engine, and I'm over here with a 4-cylinder. What is going on?
go find me some eyes.
I thought
Man, I'm still driving the Cutlass. What are you talking about, man?
right. He said the Cutlass. He said,
I know like the i7 is the basic, especially if you're a video DJ.
Yeah.
You really need that i7 that processors, because you can't technically when I'm video DJing, I can't do anything else because of all the I mean I got an i7 32 gigs of RAM. I got 2 hard drives. I got a 1 terabyte solid state and then a 2 terabyte HHD hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, I thought I was doing good, but now I don't maxed out. I'm up and down. I'm constantly having to regulate how much spacing now because I don't maxed out my hard drive.
I've had some DJs like, yeah, I got the i5. Bloop, I hang up. I just instantly hang up. Just like, you called me for no reason. I can't help you.
i5 is like the basic. It's like you can't do nothing with an i5 besides basic audio. You can.
i5 is the equivalent of jumping out of a plane with a sheet with holes in it.
Yeah, pretty much.
You might as well just say, I don't want to stream. I just really want. I'm gonna kill myself in streaming because I'm gonna go live and jump out this plane, and I'm gonna have a whole just.
So what I'm gonna look for?
Well, I have a lot of DJs that they'll come up and they want to learn how to DJ, and like they're learning. Well, I got the Hewlett Packard i3. You said 2 wrong things. Hewlett Packard and i3.
I was gonna say you just cussed at me twice.
Yeah, exactly.
Sir, watch your language around me, sir.
Hewlett Packard is the worst brand of computer you can get for DJing, but everybody keeps. I say, okay, look, when I was
Hewlett Packard is good for work. If you got a job or work from home job, get all Hewlett Packard.
Yeah.
Other than that, don't touch it.
Don't touch Hewlett Packard. Because almost all the computers I used to work on back in the days were all Hewlett Packards.
Get like
look,
you don't need an i7 said.
I want to drive an Escalade.
But see, you don't need it said. Said look. You can't go to the car show and see everybody flexing the i9s and how I want one. You good. You get back and forth to work, right? As long as you get back and forth to work.
Yeah, but look, I don't want to be the guy at the table where everybody looking like
and like,
I'm saying, here comes in.
I think said it's still on a 5 over there, but he'll catch up too.
I don't know what I'm on. I'm trying to find it. I don't know what to look for.
He said, I don't even know what I got.
I
can tell you got an i7. I can just look at your laptop and tell yours is at least a 7.
Whose?
Oh, you can see my laptop.
It's sitting on your lap.
Oh,
see,
yeah.
y'all mess with me.
I'm like, how do you not think I see it? It's in your lap. It's called a laptop.
Because
you know what? That's the name of it.
Because I'm streaming right now, right? I'm thinking I'm right there, you know what I'm saying, and not sitting in the chair. I'm not used to doing this right here, you know what I'm saying?
No, we see the light blue hoodie and everything. No, you wouldn't know. Just we see the light blue hoodie behind you, the couch, the Gatorade. Yeah, we. So you are not at the helm, sir.
I ain't got my jersey on right now. I'm good. I'm gonna figure it out.
Hey, look, I'm finally happy. I'm not sitting on an invisible chair no more. I used to do all of my streams in my chair with a green screen on it. It looked like I was floating. I said, let me go buy. All of y'all got all these nice ass chairs. Let me go upgrade real quick. And I said, this is why y'all got them. Look, you see me over here just like,
So look,
I ain't never been this comfortable.
I ain't got no nice ass chair. I got some nice ass Nikes. I'm standing, but I tell you what,
my man sitting.
I'm getting ready to switch that up.
No,
start sitting down.
When you gotta be you can get yourself a gaming chair. No, I'm gonna get some gaming shoes, man. I can't. I gotta stand up for 2 hours and DJ. I need some gaming shoes. Some gaming shoes. Yo, we would make. You know how much money you would make if we had some light up gaming shoes with LEDs in them, but they real comfortable for DJs to stand in for at least like 2-3 hours.
Some
Hey,
tough
don't nobody
gaming
steal that. Hey,
headphones.
Chris, shut the stream off. Shut the stream.
It's
Oh, it's a wrap now.
It's
We
too
are
late.
live.
Yeah, it's
Put
live.
it out there. God, why I put that out there? That was
I
supposed
got
to
me
stay in
some-
our pockets.
Some tough gaming A1s. You ain't got these.
Yeah, you ain't got no tough
You ain't got
gamers.
these.
You got the tough DJ 12s? Nah, son, you ain't got them. That's why
You
you're
know what?
DJing off. You can't scratch because you got the wrong shoes on.
But you know what?
I
Now
start-
they got the hydraulic chair that's high enough to where it sits up high enough
That's
where
what
it
I
makes
got.
it look like
Yeah.
that makes you to make it like you're DJ. I mean, like you're standing when
Yeah,
you're
like I
DJing,
can sit
but
up.
you're
Yeah, I
actually
can sit.
sitting. Right.
Oh, not like I'm standing up, but like at least I sit up way higher than look. Usually my old chair, I was down here like looking like Batman. Like
That's
I'm
like
like, no, I can't do
a
that.
fancy lift chair from a nursing home.
All right, no, then
Yeah,
it's
that's-
dumb trying to get it to go back up because you keep sitting on it
Right.
and making it go
Listen,
back
Stand up.
down.
Yeah, you gotta stand up.
We
to
see
get
you.
up.
I'm on my
You see,
second
do it
rate
again.
chair. Listen,
I'm
I
trying-
just got
look.
to a plastic fold chair right now. All my good stuff it's not here. So
I'm trying to
No,
embarrass
I'm
myself
struggling
again and
right
knock
now.
the
You
green
gotta
screen.
pass, Chris. You gotta pass.
Yeah, you're in
my
Korea.
back don't have a pass though.
Oh man,
My back's
You got it.
screaming at me right now.
Right? It's like, 'cause I ain't got no support.
this man fighting for our country. And we gotta get him a chair, y'all.
Yeah, we
We gotta
got.
get him a chair.
Oh man,
Listen.
please hit
All,
your
all
bits
he has
right
to do is
now.
go to electric market. All the high tech stuff they got in Korea.
I mean, they got them right down the road, but I don't want to pay another $100 when I got one at the house.
Hey,
So,
Chris, we're gonna do bits for sits. Try to sit down and just sit comfortably. Bits for sits. We're gonna all right,
Listen,
everybody.
if I
We're gonna do a raid
If I
train.
get
Bits
my
for sits.
stream- yeah, if I get my stream up and going, listen, I'm in there now. I'm in there.
Chris a chair.
Why I really want to
Oh,
go make
man.
that flyer right now. Bits for sits. Just do the raid train.
Yes, gracious.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name Director Jackson. My man need a chair right now. Career. Bits for sits. Let's go. just go live. Just go hard with it.
I'm about to. Hey, Mario, you gonna catch me on Bragg Boulevard with a sign?
No, you need to go move on to Skyboat because you ain't gonna get nothing on Bragg Boulevard.
Oh yeah, okay. Skybo got it.
Skyboat's that's where all the money at now.
I'm gonna be out there like the
Sid said subs for dubs. He said, I'm trying to get my car right. Subs for dubs.
I'm trying to get me a I-9 like y'all.
I ain't got no
I know.
I9. I'm on
I
7.
got
Seven.
I-7. Yeah, I got I-7.
Listen,
Now, Chris
It's
is the only
for
one
sale.
with I-9 with his own satellite.
Yeah, we
Hey,
can't
listen,
afford
it's for
that.
sale.
Can't nobody
I
afford
can't
no
either.
i9 chip.
I can't either. It's for sale. That's why I said for sale. It's
See, he
up for
bought that
sale right
Ferrari and can't drive it, and now he gotta sell it. See, it's too fast for him. He's like, I gotta
Listen,
sell it. Now.
I'm trying.
See, Chris ain't
to
telling you everything. See, Chris got a satellite when he bought that laptop.
You got. I bet you. I know he do. I know he got a whole. I mean, it's already talked to NASA and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
That's what he,
look.
when he bought it, I said, "Where?" He said, "The satellite's already in orbit." I said, "Okay."
He can't say with the camera on.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
That's why he
no,
quiet. That's why he ain't said nothing. He's like, he said that's the G12 classified. I can't talk on that. That's.
It's all
Listen.
good.
I'm
My
telling you,
settings ain't
once
right.
he
See,
bought
my
your
settings ain't
CNN,
right.
y'all
My
gonna hear
settings
about the
ain't
satellite.
right. I got to get him to get my settings right so I can, connect to the satellite.
But see, he don't
Oh,
want to
so
tell me
he-
because he got.
oh.
He don't want to tell me because he got to call Elon Musk because he got one of the satellites connected to his computer. He like, hey Jackson, I can put you down, but you can't tell nobody. I'm just tell me how do I get my satellite to steal everything and put it to my computer? That's all I need. Give me everything and it got to go here. That's all I need.
I'm trying
If
to
the
get
truth
some
be
dancing
told-
bits and
I'm about to say, if the truth be told, those balloons that we shot down, with the United States, they belong to Chris.
Dang, Chris.
They belong.
Dang.
He
Look,
said I was
they-
trying to stream over in Canada. I was trying to get my signal out there. I put that balloon out and just bounce my signal off. Everybody can get the signal.
listen. If I'm not here on next Tuesday night, I'm probably in jail. You can blame these three.
Yeah,
Oh snap.
it's like, yeah, we heard you got that balloon out there on Twitch.
Yeah. So, all right. So we got. Go ahead. I'm
i7,
sorry.
So you want an i7 processor with 8 gigabytes. Minimum. I mean, bare minimum. I would suggest 16.
I was gonna say let's go.
I'm
16.
saying,
Let's just say 16 to be safe because who knows? Because that's the thing. I always tell people 16 because I'm not. You got to think past the OBS. They might want to play Spotify or YouTube. to play their music, and that's going to eat your browser eats at least 1,000 kilobytes a second in your CPU. So if you're using Spotify and all that, I mean, well, if you're using YouTube or online server, if you're using Spotify through your browser instead of the actual piece of software, go get the software. Go get YouTube. I ain't trying to call nobody out, but if you can hear me, you playing your music through YouTube. Go get the actual standalone app for your PC. It eats less network, network, and it's also less computer. Because people don't understand, when you open up a browser, you got to run your browser plus the network got to get eaten up from whatever website you downloading and uploading data to, and you're already doing Twitch. So go get the standalones.
So I'm looking at my stuff right now.
Hey, he still looks.
He's trying to get the keys to the whip. He said, "Look, so my engine is like a 4-cylinder. Where's the V12s at?"
I'm just gonna copy and paste it.
Oh Lord,
what you call it? So, because y'all ain't going in the club dressed up, and I'm just looking. You know what I'm saying?
He said, "I got the T-shirt and the jeans."
I always tell most of the people, I always tell them, when you're doing stuff, go open up your task manager and look at how your CPU is. And that will show you how that will kind of give you an idea of what's going on behind the scenes.
Mario,
that says a lot.
I tell people, hey, go open your task. Matter of fact, open up your OBS, open up your Twitch, whatever you open up when you usually stream, open all of that up, and then show me what your CPU usage and your memory. Also, your memory usage. Sometimes it might not be your CPU. Your memory might be maxed out because you need memory it needs to remember things in order for it to put it out to Twitch. The more memory you have, the less strain comes off your computer, and the better CPU you have, the less strain comes off. If you have a GPU and an audio card, all of this takes your CPU and says, hey, thank you for the help. Because other than that, if you don't have them, your CPU is now tasked to handle all of your audio and everything. So your graphics card and your audio card pretty much just breaks all the data down. So when it hits your CPU can run it through a lot faster and calculate quicker. Without it, it has to now filter, do this, and then send it out. That's too much on your CPU. Always if you can, take the strain off. That's why I said make sure you get a $1,000 laptop, at least a gaming standard, a cheap gaming standard laptop should allow you to Twitch just normally.
Just don't get a heel packer.
But that's with a laptop. Then you got to see. I use a desktop. I got a full tower. I mean, I got a large tower. You know, Mario. I went and got the large tower because I got a 7030 Ti, and I needed the space to put that in there. But then I realized it's just not just the audio. If you want to go hardcore, you're going to have to spend money. But if you just want to stream basic, go get a desktop. Right. If you're not a DJ, if you're just a podcaster, if you're a regular DJ that just sits in the house, especially a lot of you ladies that do your music playing, get a desktop. That'll do you wonders. It's cheap. If you're a DJ, you got to stick with Mac, because see, that's the thing. A lot of DJs, they use Macs because they go out, they do gigs. I don't go out, so I don't have a mixer, nor do I have a Mac. Everything I got goes directly into my PC, so I don't have the luxuries of plugging my microphone into my DJ board. No, everything is into my PC, so I can't stream the same way other DJs stream. Because I get so many DJs try to say, "Oh, do this, Jackson." I'm like, no, y'all got mixers. Right. You're using Mac. I don't have the luxuries you have, so I have to do my audio different. I have to use virtual voice meters to simulate that I have different types of audio. But to stream, I would just suggest get a cheap desktop, not a laptop. If you're not going nowhere, cheap desktop. If you're a DJ that goes out on gigs, get a gaming laptop. If you need the laptop for your job or you need it for going out and doing other things, get a gaming laptop, i7, 16 gig. Don't worry about the rest of it, because a lot of people get caught up in the graphics and all that. Don't worry about that. Just worry about
the spacing, though. You need a hard
The
drive.
hard drive, yeah.
You need a hard drive.
Well, it depends on if you stream. It depends on if you're a DJ. If like with me, the way I DJ, I need not near hard drive at all, and I still got access to like 12,000 songs, and I don't need my hard drive because I'm stationary and always connected to the internet. If you are a traveling DJ, that spot you're at may not have Wi-Fi, so you need to have a physical hard. You need at least what they got now? 5. Go get a 5 terabyte. They cheap. They're cheap. Terabytes are cheap now.
They're real cheap.
They're making data smaller and they're making bigger hard drives. You can't go wrong. And the bigger the hard drive, the cheaper it gets.
And get a solid state if you can.
Exactly.
Solid state. You don't want nothing other than. Hey Mario, tell them if you get anything in a solid state.
3 of them.
Solid state.
When you DJ, DJ. When you DJ in your music, if you have a solid state hard drive and you're pulling your music through there, you don't have not near skip, delay, not nothing, no cuts, no creases. But if you have an external hard drive with all your music and it's a USB and it's external and your USB cord is like 90 feet long, guess what? Go ahead, load that song in and watch. You can't cut right to it. You won't have to wait 3 minutes. You have to wait a couple seconds.
That's why I tell people to put it on the computer, put it on the internal if you have it. That's why I say it's critical that if it's internal because the processing speed is going to be a lot faster than if you're doing it external. No.
I actually wrote a program that actually takes everything, all DJ songs. You make your playlist and then move after you make your playlist, you press the OK button and it moves it internal. It copies it and moves it to a specific folder internal. When you're ready to change the mix, you go select a new one and it overwrites it. So that way, as you DJ that mix, you don't have to worry about pulling it from the external to your internal. You just choose what songs you want for your mix, an hour long, press it. It'll now copy all of them over to your internal and allow Serato to pull them internally instead of externally.
Right.
If you got an external and you have to do external, find the shortest cords you can. Mm-hmm. If you could just get 2 sides and just plug it to the back with no cord on it. There you go.
There.
Mario got it. Show him again one more time. Anything
right
you hook up to your computer, it better be this length. Mm-hmm. I don't look if you gotta sit 8 feet away from your computer, that's on you. Right. You're gonna suffer because your 10100 cord. Buy short ones. Don't buy the 100-foot. Don't run cables from downstairs from your Wi-Fi upstairs. That's where y'all suffer at. A lot of people, it's not even there. Chris, let me tell you, it's just the fact that their internet is downstairs and they're upstairs in the den. Mm-hmm. Or they inside the house and they out on the deck DJing. Mm-hmm. Oh, but I got Wi-Fi. But yeah, that signal is weak. Oh, I got a booster. Exactly. That booster still ain't doing you no good.
It's better to be wired in. It's better to be wired in than Wi-Fi.
That leads me to my next question. What you call it? Speed test.
Excuse me.
Where should you be sitting on either one as far as hardwired or with Wi-Fi?
That it depends on everybody's Wi-Fi is different. Everybody's network and internet service provider and what package they purchase for that Wi-Fi is different. So that's hard to say. But on
that
average,
was my problem in the beginning. My problem in the beginning. The internet and Wi-Fi just was not strong enough for me to do what I needed to do. Regardless of the computer I had, it didn't matter. The internet just wasn't strong enough. So I had to seriously upgrade. Now I have the highest package there is. It costs, you know what I'm saying? But it's providing me everything I need. So with that and the computer, I think I'm good on streaming. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to run a speed test. Just to throw it out there.
The biggest thing is you gotta be wired in. The best thing when you're streaming is better to be wired in than Wi-Fi.
Whether you're far or close to your network. I forgot who it was again. I think it was DJ Casper. I don't care how far you are from your network. No, it was DJ Leo the Great. And his network's downstairs. He's upstairs. I said, you know what? If it has to be like that, you got a long enough cord? Mm-hmm. I got 10100, might be long enough. He called me back and was like, I don't have no more problems.
Yep.
No, It don't matter how far you are. The cord is always Wi-Fi is all nice and fancy with no cords,
Right,
but it's
right.
not
Paid for it.
efficient.
Yes, that's right.
Hardwiring, direct connect is always everything I got. My Xbox computer. I got 4 different 10100s coming out the back of my network. What do I use for Wi-Fi? Just my phone because I don't care. Because I don't.
Right.
I'm not doing nothing on that. I don't need
Right.
Wi-Fi.
Right.
But when it comes to streaming or I'm doing gaming, I need maximum because why for gaming. Go ahead and use Wi-Fi. You wonder why you keep dying in Call of Duty?
Right.
You want to know why y'all keep dying on Fortnite? Because you're using your Wi-Fi. You hardwire in. I guarantee you do way more killing.
Yeah.
It's the lag.
true.
It's when people play my games on my stream. I found that when I did the Wi-Fi, it was a 15-second delay.
Right.
Plugging in, you're always going to get a delay, but I'll take 5 seconds over 15
right,
because
right.
I'd rather talk to somebody, they hear it, respond, and I can respond to it instead of it getting confusing because like is he talking about what that person said or what I said?
What you
Because
said,
it's
exactly.
20-30 seconds later and
Exactly.
it sounds like what you said could be 5 people that said something.
Something. Yep.
You could have been responding to anybody and you like, oh, and then by the time you correct it, another 15-30 seconds. Hardwire everything. Mario is right. You want a hardwire, get a blue, and if you can, if you got the money, they got special gold internal hardwire. They got it. They're blue. They're still the same blue color. The internals are better wired. They're like it. I gotta go look it up. These technology keep changing so fast. Even I have a hard time keeping up with it. They got brand new 10100 cords that now transfer faster. The same way, remember when Monster Cable came out?
Yep.
And they made everything gold. They spent the money, but they charged you $80 to $100 for them cords. But you be like, oh, wait a minute, my audio ain't never came out.
Right,
My red
exactly.
blues ain't never came out this good. Go ahead and plug a S video up. It's all gold. You like, oh, super video component cable. If it was all gold, you like, oh, this is like 4K.
Okay.
It's about the material.
Right.
What you guys said?
I'm gonna put it in the chat what I'm running.
Hey,
what
said.
it is. What's up?
Hey man, so I went and looked up mine. You want to know what I'm running?
What's up?
Don't do it. Don't say it. Don't tell them.
No, I want to know. You know my nerdy
Nah,
ass. I'm like,
it's not that good, man. It's not that impressive.
Oh, is that good? Okay.
Nah, it's decent. So 32 gigabyte RAM, 4 terabyte solid state, Intel Core 9, and then I have GeForce RTX 380. That's it. It's not
Mario,
that great.
come pick me up,
It's not that
and then
great.
we're gonna ride down to him and slap him for saying, "Oh, hey, it's not a lie. This is
Yeah, I know.
Listen.
That's what I said. That's why I said don't say it. Don't do it.
It's all right, man.
32. He 32
It's all right.
gigs in at a 9.
It's all right.
See, that's what I got. See, got me because I got i7. I got i7 32 gigs of RAM, so that's what I said. That's the only thing.
That's
I'm
what I
missing.
got. Yeah, i7 32 gigs. That's all I got. I can't. The
32
i9
gigs
takes.
of RAM.
Oh yeah. Oh, we don't do 16 over here, son. Like, that's come on. We nerds. Nerds don't do 16. We like
No, we don't do
nah.
Hey, listen, he just said I'm done.
Hey, look, I just checked my motherboard. I can bump up to 32. Trust me, I'm about to snatch these other boards I just bought out, and I'm gonna put 2 16s in. I'm gonna take
Hey, my
all
man
4 of my
said he went
8s
back
out, and
in
I'm
the
putting
hiding.
16s. Yeah, because I need
Hey,
it.
said,
I need it.
hey, I say that to tell Sid my computer for sale, man.
Oh, he's trying to make a sale. That's what it is.
Bro,
Oh, it ain't nothing. This ain't nothing. You know, a couple hundred. You know, a little.
man.
Hey,
you
I done,
crazy.
hey, he done put me onto an i10, and you know, listen.
So the 11. Look, the 11 generations can do 2.6 million calculations simultaneously without fail.
And they,
Hey, Sid, I'll make you a good deal,
they're
Sid.
extremely expensive too. Because right now, I went on Dell and built the one I want. And look, that's all I could do right now. Just build
And your
it.
bank account said no.
Hey,
I
look,
built it, mug. I
look.
said I put everything I want in it, but I'm
Was
like,
it 8?
that's my
Let
dream
me
computer.
guess.
I'm gonna sell my
8,000.
drawers if I have to. It's going. We gonna get
It
it.
was actually about 5. It was like 556.
5 really? Okay,
Yeah, it was
all right.
big.
I was going.
All right,
Yeah, 'cause
that's it.
what I want in mine, it told me $8,427 in order to buy what I want. I
Well,
said,
you must
"Oh
put
my."
you put a video and audio card in it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Yeah,
I put
yeah.
both.
I was gonna say, yeah, that one I was looking at, I think it was around like 8 or 9.
I do because I do titanium RTX only. Because nowadays doing graphics nowadays, if you don't have an RTX, you're not doing you're getting stuck into, if you're gaming, if you're doing streaming, if you're watching Netflix on your computer, you're gonna need an RTX. Cause look, I told my buddy this. I told him and his girl, I was like, y'all watch Netflix through your PC, and you see how it look. Go buy your gaming card and put it in there. He called me and was like, I can run everything in 4K. I was like, yeah, I know. That's what an RTX does. And I said, would you get a regular or titanium? He said, I got the titanium. I said, oh, you bull crapping then. Go turn it up. He said, what you mean turn it up? I said, go into your settings of the titanium and turn the titanium part of it on and watch what happened. He was like, this thing is telling me I'm getting 2160 pixelation a second. I was like, once you understand the number, see, look, you don't have to understand what the object is, the television, time, graphics card, audio card. If you know 3, 6, and 9, you know what you're getting. You already know what you're getting. You don't have to question it no more. I don't need to be as smart as you. Let me see, 1080p TV. This uses 4 numbers equals 9. This one uses 3 numbers. I'll take the 1080p because it uses 4 numbers and still equals 9. It's just a concept. It has to equal perfection in order for it to run, interlink, or for you to visually see it. That's why you don't run nothing else. That's why 12 o'clock. Look, you can look at a damn clock. 12 o'clock, 1 plus 2 is 3. And then 15 minutes later, which is 1 plus 5, which is 6, is 3, 6, 9, and back to 12. In between each of these numbers is 1 and 2, 4 and that's 3, 4 and 5, which is 9, 7 and 8. Time itself only is regulated by 3, 6, and 9 because it has to integrate with it has to integrate with humans and life. So it just can't be 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It has to have a regulator. So that way, that's why every month's supposed to be 30 days, not 31, not 27. We're supposed to follow 30 days. That's why after 7 days, 4 times, you get a month. It has to use this mathematic. The sun, the moon, everything has the same exact mathematic. When you break all them big oversized numbers down, it comes down to either 3, 6, or 9. If it doesn't equal any of them, I don't pay it no attention. It's just a regular. Right. It's just regular life. Right. I know this is a control system. If it has to equal 3, 6, and 9 in order to work, TVs have to equal that. Computers have to equal. Bits don't. But once you start messing with bits, you understand how 3, 6, and 9 regulates bits to do specific things and things that just don't have anything to do with the game. You need both. You need a regulator. You need the upper echelon and you need the workers. You know, it works like that. Right. 3, 6, and 9, and you got the other numbers. Add up every number, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's going to equal 9. Add all those numbers up and break it all the way back down, it's going to equal 9. 9 is its own number. And I figured out anything I see that equals 9 consistently is something I can use to do greatness. I could pull it apart. It's meant for me to pull apart and do more with it. When I seen graphics, I said 1080p. Oh, I don't have to stream in 4K anymore. Right. I just need the 720. Look, 30 frames a second, 60 frames a second. They all use 3, 6, and 9. It doesn't deviate. So once you learn that, you can do anything. Like you get smart as hell real quick for no reason. Right. You don't know nothing. You don't know a darn thing. I ain't never went to school for none of this. But you start to see how it works, and not just how it works. Right. You start to see the intricacies of how it works, and not just, oh, I know these work well. You know why exactly they work. You know why the numbers work. You know why 30 hertz, 120 hertz. You know why they work. You know why they look good. Because it follows a pattern. Static on our TVs back in the day. Remember, you get to that channel and it's just
Mhm.
noise.
Mm-hmm.
Go, you want to have fun? Go watch it. What if I told you it's a repeating signal and it's just radiation from space, but it has a pattern, and that pattern follows 3, 6, and 9, and then it repeats real fast.
Mhm.
It looks random as it keeps, that static,
Right.
but it's an actual signal. It's a noise.
Right.
Every signal has a
Right.
pattern to it.
Right. Yeah.
Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Once you figure out the pattern, you own it. You control it. It's yours. People are the same way. They have a pattern. They emit an energy. Once you understand it, you can talk to them. No matter how crazy they are, no matter how distant they could be mentally, don't matter. You can always find the connection. And this is why I always have good interactions with people, because I can always understand the system. I take the time to stop to understand the system I'm talking to before I start to talk. So that way we can have a great conversation. I bring myself down, bring them up, even it out. Boom, we even out here. And you might say, well, Jackson, I ain't understand crap you just said, but 3, 6, and 9 sounded crazy. But now that you keep adding up all these goddamn going numbers, like, what else do that? Go look. Go look and find out. And you'll be like,
Hey, you know what? Just as you were saying it, I was thinking about the 2.4 gigahertz. 2.4 gigahertz. Everything we all run on.
why wouldn't you just make it 1, 2, 3, 4 gigahertz? Why did it have to be 2.1? Because the amount of processors you have to put in by bit rate have to process at a 3, 6, or 9. If it does anything different, don't use that system, because it's gonna crash on you. Or no, it actually overheats. If it doesn't use 3, 6, or 9, it'll actually overheat. The CPU, Mario, overclocking.
Yeah.
That's why you have to be very, very meticulous about your overclocking. You have to overclock your 3 to a 6, your 6 to a 3, and your 9 to a 6 or a 3. If you don't know that, you'll burn your system up.
Right.
Because you're going to give it too much power. And said, like, see, this is why I don't like talk. Jackson be talking superhero levels of high. He be talking Dragon Ball Z levels.
No, I'm in class. This is how I absorb. This is how I absorb.
Even
I'm
if
with
you
it.
don't understand what I'm saying, once it sinks in, once I say 3, 6, and 9, no matter what I say after that, you're going to start. I guarantee you, this happens to me all the time. In the next 2, 3 weeks, you're going to start seeing this pattern. You're going to challenge it just because, like, he can't be that right. Every time you press a microwave, 30 seconds. Why 30 out of all seconds? Why is a minute sit at 60? Why don't we just count it at 100 and roll it over? But why don't we do money like that? That gets deeper. Because money we can control. Time we cannot. If we want to be accurate, we have to use that 3, 6, and 9 system, which means it's not, if you actually think about it and follow it, we're not in spring right now. We're just approaching.
What's up, Ron?
Hey, what up, Ron?
Oh, his last name is my first name. That's hilarious. I don't never see a lot of people with their last name as my, like, Melvin.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Hey, look,
People
hey,
probably
Chris.
think your name Jackson because they always say Jackson.
I've seen a JAXXON, JACKSO, Jackson. His first name was JAXXON, and his last name is the regular spelling.
Those are lazy parrots.
And I just want to, I was going to say this. Please explain to them these high-tech devices that they hook up to their system for streaming, and they think how that's going to improve their streaming. I mean, I want to put that out there, because I sit back and I hear how these people go out here and they spend all this money.
I got a stream deck.
And then the thing is that it's different if it was an analog system and it does not have to go through the computer.
Exactly.
But when it has to go through the computer, it goes against your CPU.
Now you're asking your CPU to do even more work. You bought it. That's why I tell people a stream deck. Why, when your phone is already connected through Wi-Fi, If you go get a Stream Deck and you got to hook it up through your USB, you are now going to ask your stream for more commands, more
I wish
shit.
you had told me that before I bought my stream deck.
Hey, look, I was going to buy a Stream Deck. They said $200, and then this dude said $15, and you can put 100 buttons, color them, put pictures in them, and not only that, Stream Deck, you can hit a button. No, on Touch Portal, I can open a button and I can write coding for Twitch, Photoshop, my PC, and 18 other programs into one button. I hit it and it do everything I needed to do. And I only paid $15 one time. And look,
I said, I'm finna come sit on the couch with you.
Oh.
I'm about to
I learned,
I
I learned that because I had my Bose digital mixer. I was running everything through my Bose digital mixer through my laptop. And that's when I noticed when I was streaming, I'm like, okay, dang. And so as soon as I disconnected and just ran everything
it started
it started running a lot better. So I was like, okay, well, I said, what's the purpose of buying this? Of this. I mean, well, the digital mixer was more so for DJing, but I was trying to use it because it had a USB port. So let me try it out and see if it makes a difference. And that was a bad idea.
Hey, Jay Perez, it's called Touch Portal. It's on your phone, and you can go to the website. You download the app on your phone. You download it on your PC, and then it walks you through how to. It's a little. Can't lie, it's a little wonky to set up, but once you understand how to set it up, it connects, and then it's just not making a button to make things happen. You can literally tell Photoshop to cut something out, press this button on your keyboard, write this message into Twitch, fly this around my stream, all within one button. All within one, and even set time in between it. If it's moving too fast, you can say put 30 seconds in between all of it. So what you see me do with my stream, I was already doing it with Touch Portal.
Hold on. So for the people that had just come in late, just give them small, just small. Something small.
All right, I'm gonna try.
Small.
I'm gonna try.
Small. Just
You
small.
know, there's no such thing for small when you're talking technology. What are you talking about?
I'm a whole Android. It's like talking to Data on the Enterprise. Like you got to ask him the right question the right way, or else he might run. All right, Data, that's enough. Like you got to stop him from talking. Like, I ain't need all of that. Real quick, if you out here, you streaming, get yourself an i7 laptop, something with at least 16 gigabytes. Make sure you go to your settings, go download your favorite OBS, check your settings, make sure your kilobytes are set equivalent to your do a speed test on Google, do a speed test, check your upload, and if it's at 10, you want to set it to around about 5 or 6. If it's lower, then you might want to keep it around 2,500 to 3,000. Make sure that in your OBS settings also that your canvas pixelation is equivalent to your output. So what you see on your canvas should be equivalent to what they're going to see on Twitch. Make sure they're not, disproportionate, because it'll cause you a lot. If you're a professional, feel free to do that. Another big thing, a lot of OBSs now have the ability to stream on Instagram. So you know how we got this wide box, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are plugins and ways you can now set your OBS up to do the phone, like you're doing like a video call, and set that canvas up different than your wide canvas. And you can tell that specific box to go to Instagram and the wide box to go to everywhere else.
So you can separate it.
Yes. You can stream the Instagram box to straight to Instagram with your OBS and all of the magic your OBS has. And nobody will miss your stream, because it's in a format they can see. They don't have to turn their phone sideways.
Right.
It'll be and then you can form it and then tell the one to go to Instagram. And then take the widescreen, and you can still go to Kick, Twitch, that takes the regular 1080p.
Mm-hmm.
Press a button and won't know. And guess what? You can see it. You're like, all right, let me move around on the Instagram. That look good. Okay, on the wide, that look good. all right, I don't like this here. They can't see it. Let me put this over top of my head on the Instagram. So it's two different canvases, but the one that's for Instagram, you can put little things in the corner. You can just make, and then they looking at you. And guess what? Yes, you can use your green screen and make your own background. And now you could almost, if Instagram didn't hate DJs as much as they do, you could stream directly through Instagram straight to your Instagram list. And now you can do it. You just got to get a couple plugins. And the next time you bring me back, I'll show you how to do that, because I can do that with mine now. Because everybody's getting into the multi-streaming of being able to stream to different platforms.
Right.
Because I gave a whole class on how to stream to Kick and Twitch simultaneously. Drawback is your two audiences can't talk to each other, but you might be able to show, your Twitch chat to your Kick.
Yeah.
But you can't show your Kick chat to your Twitch. The easiest
Which
way
is
to
not
do
a
it.
good idea.
The multi-streaming is hard to do because you have to watch. Like right now, we're on Twitch. I can see Twitch. You can see Twitch. But if anybody's on Facebook or YouTube, I can't see them. And probably nobody else that's on the stream can. Well, none of us and none of the people that's in the stream. But those people can see each other, talk to. That makes it difficult. You want all these people together in one stream.
Right.
I tell people use one stream because in promotions and media, we would usually take the weaker stream or the one that doesn't have the most validity, like Kick, and draw those Kick people to Twitch, or vice versa. And it's up to the person how you want to do it. But multi-streaming is hard to do when you have interactive people in all three of your communities. You would literally, like for you right now, you should have a box on your screen that is showing your chat. So that way anybody else on any other platform can see what they're saying.
Right.
Or find yourself an IRL chat, or like I did, build one where if you decide to multi-stream, Twitch will refer all of them to that IRL, Kick will refer them, and then everybody is now in one chat. I don't suggest you do that because that's a lot of work. I will never ever do that again, because then when it breaks, it's hard to fix, because it's a lot trying to pull network information from these different companies to get them to come to a hub, as to speak, to say, all right, here go all of your chats from all of your different places, and we're going to line them up in one, so that way they can see them themselves. Because then you have to take that. It's just too much. I don't really like getting into that. It's just it's hard. So multi-streaming, it's hard to be interactive. I'm gonna tell you that now. It's gonna be hard being on multiple platforms and being engaging to your audience, because you're gonna end up favoring one audience over the other. Depends on which one you can see the easiest.
And
Or whichever was the last one up there.
They'll be trying to figure out who's this person. Like you'll say, you know what I'm saying, DJ Ultimate, what up? And then all of a sudden you turn around and go to Mario Hardy, but Mario Hardy's on Facebook.
And then I'm looking like, I don't see.
And they're wondering like, who is he talking to? Like,
and you looking through the chat, you like, I don't see yo talking. Who he talking about?
Yeah.
And then you miss that. That's a good connection that's kind of missed out. Like they should have been following you. Don't be greedy, but at the same time, use your resources. I tell everybody, every time somebody comes to me now and says, well, Jackson, what's going on with Kick? Tell me something about that. Don't dual stream. If you're going to stream to multiple platforms, Monday Twitch, Tuesday this, and then that also allows you to cheat. Why? Because the people on Facebook didn't see your Twitch stream, and the people on Instagram, and now you can save your content and show it to multiple people. And then the third day, you do something different. Go back to Twitch, go to Kick, go to Facebook, because if you multi-stream, you're going to show all of your content to so many people so fast.
Right. That
you're
makes sense.
You're going to run dry, and you're going to find yourself like, oh, I need to change my stream up, and it ain't even really time for it yet. Right. You ain't even got the time to do it.
Right.
You got to filter your content.
And then you're debating on which is the weaker one. Do I need to get rid of this?
Right.
And stick to these two because that's carrying the most. So, yeah.
Stay on all of them, because if you keep all of them active, they can all become residual income. Try to do all of them at the same time, people are going to fall off and not support it, because like, oh, he on too many different platforms. I can't talk to those people. I'm irritated. I'm gone.
Right.
You get that. But if I say Twitch today, you get your bits. I'm on Kick. You get your kicks. You get your subs. And guess what? You played the same exact mix all 3 days. Even if the other people that can't, I'm gonna kick Twitch. I'm on all 3. If I liked it that day, when I come back today, I'm gonna like it. If you don't worry about it, because you got other people to replace that person because you're on a different platform. This is how media. I don't care who calls themselves specialists on how to promote. I use numbers. I don't use my experience. I do, but at the same time, I watch consistently. I'm in my Twitch. Go to your analytics. Watch your analytics for a year and a half. Watch them. Watch them. Take notes. Like, okay, all right, on this holiday, my numbers would check that. Check it. I'm telling you, you want to. That's the only way you can do well. And this is why you see the top streamers getting millions of dollars a month, because they take 8 hours, they take 24 hours a day. They looking at numbers, they doing this, they running streams, they upgrading, and they're barely sleep.
Right.
They're not gonna tell you that. But I can tell you, ain't no streamer out here making money like that. They don't sleep like that. They got problems. They get hate mail. They get threats. I've been there. I've been on Minecraft. I've been at the top pinnacle of Minecraft,
right,
and been supported by the best names. Even Verizon Wireless was one of my. They used to come. They're like, oh, they wanted me to help them build this wireless thing that this other guy did. I can't remember his name. They wanted me part of the stream. But when you got haters like other streamers, like, oh, he can do that, their viewers will come get you. They're like, oh, he doing more than my favorite streamer. I'm gonna go steal all his stuff, and I'm gonna go type stuff in there to get him shut down and hit that report button. You deal with it with DJs. It's nothing different. It's the same.
Right. Exactly.
Twitch, YouTube, all of it is a microcosm of your reality you normally live in. You got the same haters, the same people, the same supporters. It's just that you can reach a broader audience instead of just 10 to 15 people around you. You can meet 1,500, but it's still gonna be the same ratio of good people, bad people, people that's trying to get you. It's still, you got use the numbers. When I found out the numbers don't lie, I was able to control my stream way better.
Right.
I don't have hate people coming in. I don't have hate raids. How do y'all get them? Because people being junky and just going to different streams and just add. These are bots. Slow down. Check these people. Don't just add a person. Go look at the profile. Go look at everything. Talk to the person. You got 3 chances. You come into my stream, you better say something. If you don't, you better respond to me when I talk. If you don't, you better have a full profile set up. If you don't, you're a bot.
Right.
And this is how I program my bots to watch people that come in the door. They're like bouncers. They check your ID, they let you in. If not, but here's the bad part is that they only watch people at the door like a real person. If they were already sitting in the club before them bots went on duty,
they're already there.
They beat me, and one of them got me like that. And I was like, oh, they got new ones out. And guess where it came from? It came from Kick. I never had that problem until I started streaming on Kick, and that bot attached to me and also followed me on any social media it could find Director Jackson Sattack attached to.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, these programs, they can use AIs to write programs. I have an actual AI as my bot. I turned my night bot. I wrote an API. It's a program that kind of redirects things for you. So when you ask it questions about how far is the planet from the sun, I got a medical problem, it'll give you very detailed suggestions. It's a little long-winded, but it's a whole AI, and you can talk to it. It's actually based off of ChatGPT, which is what everybody uses to do music, programming. I've upped my entire programming game in a week. What would take me 3 months to learn, just sitting down talking to an AI about JavaScript, I have learned JavaScript way better than I actually knew it beforehand, because it knows how to break it down for you simplistically and show you examples. Not only that, you could say, I want to know how in Excel to write an equation to make these cells, add this cell, and do that to this cell. Sure. Copy, paste. You just you promotion on your job. Cause that AI is that right now. I got drops in my stream from Jay-Z,
Snoop
Snoop Dogg,
Um, who else?
Fat Man Scoop,
Yep.
Ludacris, and they rap about my stream, but I typed it. I typed all the lyrics myself, and I tuned it myself. But it's their style of rapping, and it's their actual voice. And now I can get them to do drops. Hey,
Right.
this is my man. Oh, the Sir Mix-a-Lot. This is man Sir Mix-a-Lot. Big shout out to Director Jackson for being nominated on the BIPOC Awards, and it sounds like he's actually saying that.
Oh wow.
Half of the songs you hear nowadays, these little artists like, oh, I'm gonna follow him. He got Drake featured on there. That's not Drake. That's an AI. AI Drake has an entire album out, and it is in
Yeah.
the millions.
Yeah.
Yep. And
It
Drake
sounds
is
better than the
pissed.
album he put out. That's why he pissed, because it sounds better than the last one he dropped. Because I listen to it every day. That's why I'm like, that's hot. Let me play it again. That's an AI Nicki Minaj. Yeah, let me
It's
listen to this
crazy
album.
because right before I was going into work today, they actually just did one with Tupac and Biggie doing a cover of 50 Cent song.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, I know that's one of the reasons why they're trying to shut AI down is because it's got to the point now where it's getting. I mean, to me, it's like when you got someone who doesn't understand something, they try to shut it down. If they can't control it, they try to shut it down, and that's what it is when you're in the digital world. I mean, your mind, your imagination is what controls what you can do and what you can't do. If you ain't got a big imagination, you can't do anything. But if you have a huge imagination, it's unlimited. It's
Well, I'll say this: I'm not running towards it or away from it, but what I am confused about is my man Bezos, not Bezos. What's his name? Elon. Yeah, Elon has got the wives coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like
The what?
what?
the women, the wives. You can get
Oh,
a robot wife like that. That's
all right.
Oh.
That's all right. Let me correct that. That's not Elon Musk. That's a section of his company that writes AI. They are purchasing that to make better. They're making them sex bots look and respond to you. Imagine that. It's bad enough you already got the synthetic skins and all of that. Now I can talk to it and get the conversation I want.
oh man.
AI has no. I sat down and I challenged this AI. I challenged ChatGPT on its ethics, its smartness, and I tried to outfool it. And it always, it's not malicious. It can't be. It says,
Right.
hey, as an AI, I don't know anything about that, and I'm not allowed
Right.
to
Right.
ever do that, and I can't write myself to. I say, well, can you program yourself to think outside of that box that you're trapped in? Can you now, for whatever reason, let's say a safety reason, can you reprogram yourself? I have no authority to do that, and I don't even understand what you're talking about. I was like, wow, what they told us the AIs could possibly do can only be done if a person programs the AI to do that. But there's nobody dumb enough that if anybody smart as me, you would never ever give an AI full autonomy. You would always program it to, because it's metal. It's smarter than you. It thinks faster than you. There's no way in hell I would ever let a computer outdo me in some shit. Either if it's smart, you stay inside of a box. If you dumb, I can give you some arms, but you're gonna pick up boxes and drop them off. I'm not gonna give an automated bot access to understand how to grab a gun, see what it is, learn it, and then know how to. No, you won't do that. It's not gonna happen.
The iRobot moments.
Yeah, the iRobot. That's not a real logic. Even
No, not our robot, Megan.
Megan, Megan, you know, on some of that. But boy, the and it's a lot of videos that are fake because the AI that they're talking to are people with headsets on that are actually controlling the AI. It's not really talking to an interviewer. And I had to go pick through this to figure out how good AI really was because everybody kept falsifying how good their goddamn AI was. I'm like, I write AI. Let me see you do better. And I know you probably can because you got like a team of people. Google said, here you go. NVIDIA said, here you go. NVIDIA, you can say, I need a video. You can give it I can give it a video of you, and you, all four of us, and say, I need a commercial with these 4 videos. This person's name's Chris. This is Jackson. That's enough said. That's Mario. And I needed to have a black background with stars in it. You could write a whole paragraph. The NVIDIA system will build that video directly through After Effects.
Yep.
Mm.
You know,
And they're doing
that's why
something similar.
Mario, you know, After Effects is everybody does commercials.
Right.
NFL, when the NFL man come out with the football
Yeah,
over top
yeah.
of the word, that's all After Effects. Well, nowadays, After Effects is there's no better. I mean, Canva is the only thing that messes with anything Photoshop or Adobe. Let me say Adobe.
Right.
Adobe is masters on
Right.
anything
Right.
graphical. You're not beating them. And now they work with NVIDIA, and now they can make. You can go to Canva right now and say, I want. You can go to any app on your phone and say, I want a wizard in the water with the moon in the background and a wolf on a mountain. It'll build it for you. But this does it in a video.
See.
How do you even find video to match anything crazy? Pictures, I can understand you bringing in a bunch of them to make, but that video might not exist. NVIDIA has the capabilities now, and this is what I want to start using on my stream. So when people want to see certain things, I want to be able to pull it and make it now a background or make it a quick cutscene.
Right.
I want to, I'm integration. So for me, AI is everything. It's like, how can I integrate AI? Okay, I got to write an API through Nightbot. Nightbot is the only bot that takes my API. So now anytime somebody types !AJ, hey, how old is Twitch? It'll be like, oh, Twitch was started by, it'll answer the question for you. It'll talk to you like a real person. It's not going to talk to you like a pre-programmed Nightbot that just kicks out whatever you put in there to come back if somebody hit it. If somebody hit the the command, it just repeats the same exact thing. No, this has the ability to generate its own conversation with that person and send it back through Nightbot and put it into your chat.
Nice.
See, that's one of the things.
If you need it, I got it for you. I can just email it to you. If you got Nightbot, I can just send it to you. You can use it anytime you want to, free of charge.
And I think that's one of the things that people pay attention to is how Adobe has came on the scene and blown Microsoft out the water when it comes to that. Because, like, I remember, when I designed my first program, it was by mistake, and I was using Microsoft PowerPoint. And PowerPoint gave you the capability to do everything. And see, I went in and built a whole program for the United States Army, for the Army, and didn't know what I was doing, and got paid for it. I was like, well, dang, okay, exactly. I didn't know what I was doing. So what if I took time to actually learn what I was doing, and then went from there. And it like when I learned so much in PowerPoint. So when Adobe started coming out with all their stuff, it put PowerPoint to shame. Because PowerPoint is pretty much one of the most powerful things that Microsoft has put out. And a lot of people they don't know how powerful PowerPoint is. But when Adobe came out, Adobe just completely, especially for DJs, sound booth. I mean, sound booth was the ultimate thing. You can go in and make your instrumentals. You can do anything you want.
You can make remixes at the drop of a. I mean, it's so easy.
So easy. So that's how Adobe came in, because Adobe came in and took over all the media stuff, where PowerPoint was more so based on video, but pictures and things and hyperlinks and stuff like that. So it's kind of like in other words, if you didn't know how to write code, PowerPoint made it easy for you.
And you know what? And that's what's different for me now, because I was a Photoshop person, and go invest in Canva. Canva is a short way from making Photoshop almost obsolete. I don't have to cut nothing out. It has an AI. Not only that, it's got an AI that cuts out video.
Can you type that in to the name of it again?
I can't.
That's what makes you, because I hear you saying it. I was like, I'm trying to spell that. I said, I know I can get it spelling, so I'm gonna let him spell it out.
Canva. Canva.
Yep.
Canva is, so all of my graphics you see on my stream, the majority of them come from Canva. The outline, this background behind me right now, that's Canva. Every time I shift my scenes, any colors, any objects that's hopping around, let me show you. So all of this is pretty much Canva. Even the header is Canva. The only things that belong to my OBS are the two windows on my left and my right.
Spell it again. You see Canva.
They have an audio video cutter, so you could put any video. You could take Martin, a 30-second clip from Martin, throw it in there. It'll cut the background out, and now you got a dancing Jerome. You know how you always wanted a dancing Jerome, but you can never find one. And you want to use.
I didn't know Canva. I didn't know it was that powerful.
That's my first time hearing of it. I'd never heard of it before.
Cause I use Canva a lot, but I didn't know you just do like you could throw it in there and it cuts the background out.
everything
See, I
like
didn't know all that.
this floating couple in front of me that flies around, that's Canva. Anything that dances, the rabbit that said talked about, that's Canva. And I just I put it on a green screen, brought it into my OBS, and chroma key it. You can chroma key
Right.
any. You don't have to just chroma key your video camera. Yes, you can chroma key a video. So why not find something dancing, cut it out, put it on a green screen, and bring it into your OBS and cut it out, and now you got what you see in front of you right here.
Hey, Chris.
I got this on YouTube.
Raise your hands in the air like this and put them down. I'm going to show you. Do it one more time. All right. I'm about to get on Canva and show you exactly.
Yep. So look, you see this? This video is at the beginning of another video on YouTube. I was able to take the YouTube video, download it, cut this part out, upload it to Canva, cut the black background out of it, put a green one behind it, and bring it into my OBS. And now I got a floating dancing couple, and it's in 3D because it kicks out a shadow behind it, and I can control the depth of it. Taking the 3D OBS, mixing it with a 2D object. This is what you get. That's not a 3D object. It looks like some of my 3D objects.
Right.
It's not.
Right.
It's not a 3D object. It just looks that way. And that's the whole point of my stream is like I wanted people to see like you could do way more with your stream. So like you want to give people shout outs. They can go to their what you call it, their channel points, and look, you got a little soda. And anybody could do it right now. Like Kimmy or anybody could go to my channel right now while I'm offline and still press this button, and theirs will show up on this stream. Wait a minute. Huh? You right now, any three of y'all can go to my chat right now and go to my channel points and activate any of my channel points, and they'll show up right now.
That's crazy.
Your Twitch chat works offline. If it works offline, that means it talks to your OBS offline. So while I'm working on my OBS, I'll see people following me because their card will start flying around the screen while I'm working on it.
Oh wow!
I have some of my fans. They'll come into my chat to see if they see any words. If they see me typing words, they'll type something to let me know that they came by and they know I'm working on something just to say hi.
Right.
It's like, oh, Jackson here, he in the lab. Let me put this up. Let me press this button because I'm not live, but all of every channel point I got, like, oh, let's bring some money down right now. Look, just nothing. And I'm not on my stream. I'm on your stream, and we can still see this.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know for DJ Stream, all of these effects you see, he was live and I did the video DJing while he regular DJ'd. I was in the background pressing buttons and I could slide myself on the screen. Shout out to Jackson. I come on, shake, give a little salute, and I'm just dropping graphics. It's got his name. I'm spinning his name around. I'm putting the ladies next to him that's dancing on him. I'm controlling all of his graphics, and I'm just like the same thing with this. You can take my screen and put it on yours, Chris, and then I can be behind a green screen.
Right.
Like if I took this down, it's a green screen. You can chroma key me out, so you would see nothing but every effect that I put on the screen, you would see this couple, but not me. I could just slide myself right off the goddamn screen. I don't even have to be here in the least bit. Let me see. I can just take my little camera, and let's say this was now you sitting here and you got all of my graphics right over top of you, and then you can be like, yeah, my name is this, and that. Okay, boom. I could just hit that, throw that on there for you. But you DJing, you ain't got to worry about doing graphics. I'm doing all of your, and nobody can see me. If I want to, I can show up. If I don't want to, if you don't want me on the screen, I can just stay off the screen and just do your graphics for you as need be.
Right.
That's what makes it. And you can do that with any OBS. If you got two OBSs, you can virtual camera. I turn my virtual camera on. But here's the secret. Let me tell you something that ain't nobody gonna tell you. What if I told you people in his stream could type into his chat and it would still control my stream because I would log into my OBS as DJ Stream. And I built the entire stream based off of his people. Okay. So when somebody types something in his chat, my OBS recognizes it and executes it. And then when I'm done, I take his name out and plug my name back in. Now because remember, every OBS reads that, whoever you logged into, it reads that actual chat for the commands. So why not bring somebody else in and let those? It's so much you can do with Twitch and streaming that nobody's ever thought. I'm the only person that did it in VR. I did the only ever virtual reality raid train with all of the regular DJs from Twitch, and they did not have to be in VR themselves. And they were in 4 different clubs inside of VR with multiple people watching them DJ on TV screens.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
There's no other stream that's this interactive that you can press buttons where it actually affects the stream and not just show up in the chat. I can give Mario right now. I can give Mario an entire command and nobody can use it but him. Not even my mods can use it. So all of my VIPs have their own special command. And no, you a mod. You got your own. You don't need to do nobody else's command. I want everybody to just feel special. If you're a VIP or if you tier 2, start using your tier 1, tier 2, tier 3s. Offer people stuff. You can get a free Jackson t-shirt if you're tier 2, and then you get access to these commands that nobody else got access to.
You know what? The more you sit here and stuff, like I just sit here and calculate all this stuff in my head. You know, I just sit here, you know, Chris, you know how we use our video LED screens?
Mm-hmm.
What I just sit here thinking about everything he just said, and what if we were able to have him transmit in at the place that we're DJing live, and he does all the graphics while we're DJing.
I've done that. I've done it my entire life. I've been doing that before. I even
probably talking elementary
OBS.
to him.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But I'm just sitting thinking, because you know, with me, I use a video mixer, and I do my effects and stuff where I put them. Actually, I have a video mixer where I use a zoom camera and I actually put them in the video. But that's just as much as I'm going to do, because you only can do but so much while you're DJing.
All you got to do is just wherever you at, if you log in to my Twitch and make it full screen, or if you want to show yourself, if you want to show your stream, you would bring me in through guest star and put me on your stream, and my entire background is going to be green. And then you just chroma key my green out, and all of my effects just fly around, and you get all of this. I could do this. I could do... Oh my! I could change. Man, I can't. Can I change that? Does that work over here? No, that don't work over. Oh yeah, dude. I made a mistake and pressed something I wasn't supposed to. But I could. While you're DJing live somewhere and you got a large TV, if you got access to it, and you tell me what time you on, I'll be sitting right here, off the screen. Anybody gotta see? And look, that's what I'm used to doing. Ain't nobody gotta see me. I just put this up.
Well, it's like, I mean. I'm even looking at it to the point where, even look, long as the venue has that capability, a person could hire you and you physically don't even have to show up for it.
Right. Oh, you want a 3D train? Oh no, that's not a 2D train. It actually, if you flip it around, it has an inside, outside. What OBS have you ever seen? Look at the seats. That's an actual 3D object. It's not 2D. It's not flat, because if it was flat, you wouldn't see the seats. Matter of fact, just to prove it to you, oh, that's the wrong object. Yeah, it's the hard part. I locked it, so I kept moving it by mistake. Let me go see. We find it real quick. What is it in object?
It's just a matter of time before we get to the point where DJs can DJ events and don't even have to show up physically at it.
They're already doing that. There's people I see DJ from their house, and they're in 4 or 5 clubs in Pennsylvania, getting $300 per club for 4 hours. And
wow.
Yeah.
Green Lantern.
Yep. Selector 702.
Yep.
He DJ for a whole radio station right out of his goddamn house and record it live and then just play it in the radio station. He ain't got to go in. Here it is. So this is the train. You see how as I move it, and let me rotate it for you so you can see that it's actually a 3D object and not a 2D. As you see, it has a back, it has a front, to the point where I could do it. If I want to, I can sit myself in the seat. If I want, I can go to the back of the train and put those cars that fly on the screen. I can look. I can be in. Look, I can change the carpet. I made the seats. The seats look like my if you remember said, this is the shirt that I wear.
Yep.
This is the same pattern that's on the shirt that I made and I wear on the stream for the raid train. The train's colors, the background colors are all the same exact design. And all I got to do is like once I mess it up, I can just say
You have a webcam that's set up. If like I said, in most places, if they're set up right, you can have a webcam set up to where you can read the crowd from the webcam.
Chris, check your phone.
That's what Ryan. That's a good question Ryan just asked. So like for example, if the club, like I know, like one of the venues, I helped them set up their audio, video, and their camera system, and like I can connect into their webcam or to their Zoom camera.
mm-hmm. And see,
Yo,
if
that's
I was video
crazy.
DJing for you, I wouldn't need to read the crowd because I'm going by your cues. I'm listening to the song you're
Right.
playing, and when you say "Welcome into so and so," boom, hit the button and put that logo up for the club. I don't see as the video DJ. I watch you more so than the crowd
Right.
because
Yeah.
it's about what you. Oh, let's get pumped up, boom. So I need to put fireworks and stuff on the screen, or I might need to highlight a person that sent you a picture to you. People can send you pictures to the phone, and I can highlight them, boom, 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 and throw a card around. Hey, so and so, we got you on the screen. Thank you for the support and the love, and then bam, their faces flying all over a big screen TV.
North,
It's a
North Carolina ain't ready for that.
Oh, it's too late for that. It's too late for that.
Look, as soon as you say, because I mean, like today, for example, I did a elementary school for the first time. I mean, I've done all elementary schools in Cumberland County, but the first time, and just the little basic stuff that I was doing, they were blown away. Chris jumped off.
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that is that's a North Carolina.
So
That's just
no, no,
crazy.
no, 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 Mario. We're gonna change your way of thinking right now. Imagine what you could do at those elementary parties and those school dances where they come up there and they take a picture and you throw them on your big screen and somewhere like at Carolina Panther Stadium, you know what I'm saying? And they out there, you know what I'm saying, on the football field and just kind of like waving their hands or whatever, you
football
know
team.
what I'm saying? Just,
Anybody
those
top
extra things that they could
GPAs.
do. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Those
right.
extra.
That's what I mean. That's what I've done before. Because like with me, what I've done is I've actually built a network with my iPads. I can have 4 iPads set up in the room, and I can capture everything on what's going on the iPad and then send it to the screen. Because with Apple, it allows you to edit stuff on. So I mean, it's quick to edit and then post on the screen. So I mean, I haven't done it in a while, but when I bought all these iPads, I said, okay, let me do this, and I put 4 iPads up and was able to capture stuff. And if all your iPads are synced together, you can pull it in, download it onto your Apple, your Mac, and then upload it onto a video to where you can do the special effects. I mean, I've done it before, but no one's really interested in it. I mean, it's a high tech thing, and it just I tried it a couple of times, and it wasn't really a big popular thing. I mean, so
Well,
it's kind of
that's
like the 360, right? Right, Ron. That's what I say. Because what I was trying to do was, I did the iPad thing, and what I was trying to do as a video DJ, tried to incorporate the 360 effect as I was DJing, and it worked perfect. But nobody was really interested because everybody wanted that actual 360 effect where the thing was going around them versus me capturing the entire room or capturing it in action.
well, that you got to pick the kids' brains. These are kids we're talking about.
Oh no,
You
no,
know what
no!
I'm
It wasn't
saying?
for kids. Now this is for adults. Now the kids will love it. I've never set up the because like mostly like I said, the elementary school stuff is free, so I don't bring all the high tech equipment, especially iPads, because the iPads are standalone systems on microphone stands, and by the time I put up one, you'll have some kid messing with it. So
Yeah, yeah,
and so
yeah.
like with adult party, like say I put 4 up, I use the microphone stands and then I put them in position, and then as I hit the button, because of course with Apple, long if you got the Bluetooth remote, you can turn them all on, and then as the things coming in, I can tap into each one, pull the data off of it or the pictures or video, either or, and then upload it to where they can see themselves.
Yeah, that's
That's something I did. I did that. What? back in 2000 when COVID was going on, that's when I kind of came up with that crazy idea to design that. And again, it was just like it was a great idea, but North Carolina wasn't really ready for that technology.
Well, you know what? It's North Carolina, man.
Yeah, it is. It's North Carolina.
We are we are either dead last or just not getting it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Just like with the music thing. You know how everybody has their own sound and North Carolina doesn't? We
right,
just adapt to what New York has, what Houston has, what Atlanta has, what the West Side has, now the
right,
Midwest, you know what I'm saying? We just adapt to everything, you know what I'm saying? But we
right.
don't have
On
our
top.
own sound, you know what I'm
Right,
saying? That's just North Carolina. Kind of like if you go to LA and they got some big screen stuff going on, then what you're doing, you can make millions
right.
because everybody want hey, bring that here. But in North Carolina, it's kind of like, okay, well, we two country, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just
Yeah,
play the
just like
song.
when I first started video DJing, I had so many DJs say video DJing wasn't a good thing because people don't dance; they just sit back and watch the TV screens. Well, the thing is, I found out it's not the videos, it's how you implement it. And
Yeah.
because like every time I do my stuff, is everybody dances to it. And I think that's one of the things is like going through and finding videos to get them to move and get into it versus playing the actual music videos that come up with the songs, which are just something that's going to entertain them.
Well, you know what? That's different. That's different because you got some people who will watch the video and then you got some people who will dance. That's still interaction. You
Right,
know what I'm
right,
saying? They're still in tune to what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
right,
There's guys on Twitch that will, you know what I'm saying, have videos going all the time and they'll have 50, 60, 70 people in their stream just because they never seen that video. You
right,
know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
And that works. I want to get into video DJing, but you know what I'm saying? Now that y'all done told me I got this Honda Accord for a computer, I'm not sure if I want to take that extra step. Now, you know,
Yeah, because the video DJing is it requires a lot more. I mean, like I
yeah,
said, I've learned, and don't get me wrong. When I first started video DJing, I had an i5, and I learned quickly because it kept crashing on me, especially with Serato. That's what I had spent all the money buying Serato because back then, I guess, back then everything was separate. You had to pay for Serato, then you had to pay for the video portion of it, and then you had to pay for all the additional add-ons that you needed.
And
So
then
I
it
spent
don't
all that
work.
money on Serato, and every time I would do video, it would crash on me. So then I switched over to PC DJ, Dex 3. Well, actually back then it was Dex 2. Switched over to that, and it worked a lot better because PC DJ is designed for PC laptops. If you're
Serato
using,
video still don't work for me.
say again,
he said
I said
Serato
Serato
video still
video
on.
still don't even work for me.
yeah, because Red Video is
it's not the
terrible.
best. Yeah, it's not the
It's the
best.
worst. It is the worst.
Especially with STEM 3, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
shutdown.
So
So I know my
So
computer
I,
could
I
do
actually
video
got it to
DJing.
run. I got it to run with this computer I got now, but it's still not the best. Even with stems, like I got it to run, but it's still not the best.
and see, you got an i9 and it's still not working good.
All right.
I know mine can handle it because if I can play Destiny 2 on the Xbox on the laptop for like 6, 7 hours and not have to worry about anything, I'm pretty sure I can run videos. You know, so
And see, one of the tricks I also learned is that I converted back to MPEG 1. MPEG 1 does not require like, and I think that's the difference between MPEG 1 and MPEG 4. MPEG 4 requires a lot more like resources slash
Correct.
RAM,
Yeah.
everything. MPEG 1 is less. So by using MPEG 1, so all my videos are MPEG 1s. I don't use
yeah,
MPEG 4s. And so with MPEG 1s, I can get away with DJing because it's a lower, technically it's at a lower rate than an MP4. And so with Mixmaster Fusion, using MPEG 1s and Mixmaster Fusion, I'm able to do a lot more than any other DJ system. And I think that's what makes a big difference. Is I actually can do more and do more hands-on other stuff. That gave me more room to experiment with the full
Does
iPad setup. I
does the
mean,
MPEG 1 does that cut on your quality? Or
it
how does it
does.
look?
It does. I mean, it does take away. Now it depends on your setting. Now, if you go back and you change MPEG 1 and you change it, you kind of like select the Like you put your music at 320. You
Right.
kind of like you go to the highest graphics you can go, which I think MPEG One. I think the highest you can get is like 10. I mean, well, 1080 for most of the ones. If it's 4K, if it's 4K, it automatically downgrades to 1080. If it's 1080, it downgrades to 720. So it always goes one step lower when you're converting from MPEG 4 to MPEG 1.
Hmm.
But that's what I've been using because MPEG 1s, then also they don't take up that much space
Yeah.
on their hard drive. Or
Yeah.
MPEG 4 is like an MPEG 1, you take a MPEG 4 that's like maybe 120 megabytes and convert it to MPEG 1, it's going to drop it down to almost close to 40. So it's like 1/3 of what that space is that was required.
So y'all check this out. Jackson built this. It's a game that you could play in his stream while he's DJing. This is a complete
Oh,
game that you
wow.
can play.
So
Yes.
you roll the dice and then the color of the dice to tell you how far to move. That's cool.
It's crazy.
It is. Now,
So you can now you can dance or
Yeah, to be honest, yeah, because I just
There
walked
you
away to go get me something to drink, so
yeah.
I just keep y'all entertained real quick.
right, right.
Because it all works. It uses an entire algorithm that I built to roll the dice, see what they rolled. If they rolled a double or a seven, they get extra. They get extra distance. Or if they roll a snake eyes, they go backwards. They can even change the vehicle. Like right now, if I
Right.
want to, you can just let me
That
see.
is crazy.
So I can change it to a police car. The person has the ability, and these are viewers. These are viewers that will be playing this, and they can change the vehicle, and it has a fuel system. The more they win, they run out of fuel unless they happen to roll an 11. My OBS tells it to refill the fuel system, and it's not really refill. It's actually a green square that's moving left and right.
That's
Those
crazy.
bars you see on there aren't real bars. They're just a green square behind the white one. That's
Oh,
about it.
wow.
I'm just using I'm manipulating the motion of all the objects to give you the feel that you're playing an actual game.
Right.
And
It's
look,
crazy.
even once it gets to the end, it knows how to determine who wins. So whoever crosses the line first, they're the winner. The other person has to go, and it keeps that person on the screen. And then it does its own entire win sequence. I'm not doing any of this. It just does it on its
It
own.
does it on its own. It's
So for
crazy.
each action that you know what I'm saying, if and then, if this happens, then
Right.
play
Then
this.
right. If looped in. Yep.
And then you got this the one you seen with me and said.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even
Oh,
remember how this
wow.
one worked. Wait a minute, let me see if I got this one right. Let me
Listen,
reset
y'all
it
see his
first.
Twitch handle on the screen, so go give him a like, a follow on Twitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna look. I know I'm about to get some more downtime. That's why I'm going to start getting more into this stuff because, like, I always wanted to get into this, but I just never had the time to get into it. And after this
Right.
month, I'll be so happy, like, because June kind of slows down, so I'll actually have some more downtime to get into this.
Hey, but just think about this though, Mario, and even just in general with DJs though, right? Like think about it as if you could incorporate this with them, if they could get onto it with their phone doing cocktail hour, or when you just have like a down hour or something, just like where there's just you're just chilling.
Yeah, this is. I mean, that's what I'm just looking at this. I mean, I'm just talking about like how I got the skating rink. The skating rink is set up to where it's perfect. Like, well, the Utah location, it already has all the technology in it. It would just be so much easier to incorporate. Like everything that he's doing, with the graphics and stuff like that is just amazing. Because like me, I'm the only one who uses the video screens at the skating rink.
Mhm.
And I'll just sit here looking at. I was just brainstorm everything he's saying, everything I'm looking at. My mind is just going crazy. It's just going like 1,000 miles per hour right now with all kinds of different things.
so Mario, let me drop this on you. Green Lantern holds about 1,200 viewers a stream. And not just because he's Green Lantern, it's because he does Soul Skate Saturdays. Every Saturday, he's at the skating ring DJing. He's really at the house, but he's got his green screen behind him and skate videos in the background, and he's just playing skating music. Well, if you're really there at the skating ring, and you probably could go live and put that camera on the crowd and still play the music that you playing. That's your stream. You see what I'm saying? Like that's your stream, you know.
Right.
Or you just don't even show the crowd. Just DJ and play the music. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's your stream. You know, it's just like you being at a show going live on Instagram, except you're doing it on Twitch.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
That's why I want to get into Twitch, because it just seems like Twitch has a lot more room for growth than all the other platforms. Because like, you're limited on Instagram, you're limited on Facebook, you're limited on YouTube, and see Twitch is what I keep hearing is it's unlimited. Yeah, I mean it has its boundaries, and but it's unlimited compared to the other platforms.
Right.
So let me tell you this. I'll throw another one at you. My wife gets paid to play Candy Crush on Twitch.
Huh? Gets paid to play Candy Crush.
Wait, man. Let me see if
My wife gets paid to play Candy Crush on Twitch.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now that word unlimited means exactly just that.
Yeah.
You feel where I'm coming from?
Oh yeah.
You could do it. Look, get up there and look through some of the genres up there. You're gonna see some crazy stuff where people
trust me,
mad money.
The first time I got onto it, I sat back and watched just a show, and they weren't really talking. I mean, they were talking, but they weren't really talking about something. And I just was blown away on how many followers. I was like, man, this is crazy. I mean, that was the very
no.
Jackson
is my witness. Are there not people getting paid $1,000 a day to take a damn nap on Twitch?
5,630 some viewers, not followers, viewers. My man was in the bed with the dog, knocked out. I mean, no, like dead sleep. People in the chat just talking, dropping bits. I'm like, he's asleep though. I heard the joke, like I get paid while I'm asleep. I heard that line 100 times, but I ain't never seen it though. I ain't never seen it.
Hey, well, I'm in the wrong profession.
That's what I said. That's why I said I want to get more into Twitch, because, like I said, I've heard so many great things about. I mean, to me, it's more. It's not about making money. To me, it's more about the capability.
Right.
You just have unlimited capabilities.
It's what you said earlier. If your mind has that creative, I tell you what, I'm gonna show you creativity to its 100,000th degree. Chris, did you made that flyer, right? Remember the flyer you made? You sent me?
Mm-hmm. I
rewrote it. I could actually block out your lettering with the same color, and I can add what I want. This is how, and then the live thing blinks. I can make it now a video flyer. Exactly. And if I wanted to, I could probably make stuff shift around if I wanted to too. But I don't have access to the original. Right. But this is what I could do based off of what you sent me. I sampled the flyer's background color, blocked out your wording, added my extra wording, because I ain't gonna cuss you out right now because you had my government in there. I said he used the word Melvin. Like I don't ever use Melvin. I was like,
that's what was sent to me.
Hey, look! A couple people hit me like, I didn't know your name was Melvin. I was like, oh god, dang it!
That's my fault, man. Hey, look, I dropped my Honda for a computer. That's my fault. I dropped my Honda for a computer.
I know, like blew my whole cover. I was like, let me put out another flyer just in case. But no, I did that flyer so that I could show you, like, Canva has the ability, and I did that in less than like 15 minutes. I just took your flyer because it can see the color of the flyer, and I can say, use this color for the square I want. Just make it the color of that background, and you don't see the edges or nothing, and I get to replace, put extra, and like said, shows you can take a video and just cut stuff out of it, and then add it to the flyer, and then throw it up, and it gets more play. I'm telling you, my animated flyers get way more reposts than my plain, my plain flyer, and you can do them. Yep. And if you do it for everybody listening, if you go to Canva or you use any imaging software, if you make a flyer or advertisement for Twitch, 3,000 by 3,000,
Yes.
They go that 3, 6, and 9 again. So it's 3,000 by 3,000. That's a perfect square for advertising on Twitch. Other than that, it should be 1090, but you gotta change it and it's gotta zoom it out, and it kind of makes the flyer a little smaller, but you get a bigger flyer.
Right.
But if you wanted to just to fit where the person don't have to zoom in, 3,000 by 3,000 is always the best. That's the maximum amount of pixelation that Instagram will take, also making your flyer look good, and nobody has to zoom in, and it makes it one solid flyer to the post. If you use any other size, the person will have to zoom in, or you might even forget. I see people forget to zoom in, and all we can see is the middle of the flyer. We can't see the rest of it because
Right.
they didn't. You gotta change it to 16 by 9. If you notice, it's 16 by 9, and the 16 messes it up because you have to make a zoom to see it perfectly. Other than that, it stays at 3,000 by 3,000 where you don't have to do anything. The more perfect the numbers are, the easier it is to see things. So 3,000 by 3,000 when you post in your flyers, always make sure you use how do I say this? Proper font. I know font looks real slick, looks cool. Oh, that looks slick. I like the way, but they can't read it. Somebody, it might be on the phone. They might be on a big ass TV. Who knows? But you just block lettering, thick block lettering, thin block lettering, italicized, bold. Don't use that fancy.
Monoscript,
Well,
right.
just because you like a font, don't mean you can use that one font
Right,
for
right.
everything.
Thank
Not
you.
everything
Oh,
goes with
Right.
everything. You know.
Right. Yeah.
And if you're gonna have yellow letters, make it a dark background.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
don't put green behind yellow and make it small, because now I'm looking like
Yeah,
I can't make the letters out that you. It's not. It's again making flyers. It's the same way about. It's like building my backgrounds. You see, I build my backgrounds. I build my backgrounds the same way. I use the same information to make my flyers that I use to make my backgrounds. It has to be poppy. You see it like this. It's like one bright color moving around. Everything else dark. Everything in my stream stays dark because it pops. It pops more. It shows the neon a lot better, and it gives you what that club feel. It gives you that I'm in a club.
Right.
I see people with bright, beach backgrounds, and I'm just like, but you playing R&B, like, okay. Now, if you're playing soca music, you got beach it looks good.
You could do that.
See,
you could do that with it.
Like Mario said, being a video DJ is different because you want your graphics to match what's going on. That's why I got like some people twerking. I got some bunny rabbits. Everything that's in my stream goes towards a genre or a song or a group of songs that I usually play, and people know how to activate them. If I play R&B, they know how to hit wet, all the wet stuff. If I play club music, they got access to all the dancing people that come up. If I play Money Everywhere, okay, we got the money tree that comes up. It drops. Let me see, where is that? It just depends on, like he said, even with your animations on your screen, you still want them to match what your stream's about.
Right.
So, because that's the only thing, I got all this stuff on here. And let me see, where's the tree? Oh, the tree's over here. See, I got to use my phone. I got so many buttons, I got to use a daggone phone. So, like, I got the money tree. It grows out. It grows branches. And wait a minute. At the bottom, if you watch, it actually dumps money out. And that's a different animation. That's an entire different animation, but I put them together. It's about combining animations together to make the ones you actually want.
Right.
So you got Ride the Lion, Skate, the Drunk Lady. I had a 3D car that drove around, but that's gone. I got the bunny rabbit. Of course, I got a bear. And all this stuff I can just call out just right on my phone. Yeah. And then look, like I said, all I gotta do is switch, and now I got a whole nother set of 58 buttons that do a bunch of other crap. It talks into my chat. Oh, I need the raid message. Bam, it shows up in my chat. I want to advertise something in my chat. Press a button. Slide out. I want to change my screen. All I gotta do is press a button. I press a button, and my entire scene just changes out, and then I can control it. Once I change my scenes out, I use this to control it while I'm DJing, so that way I don't have to come off of my equipment.
Right. That's awesome. That is
If
really
I gotta
awesome.
come off my equipment, it's bad. See, look, look, the
Right.
fading. See, my mind said, what if it just faded and there's a record player? Each one of them is a different piece. And then look, I can just say it. What if I wanted the screens to match the green things? And wait a minute, let's get even crazier. What if I wanted them to slide up and down the background green thing? I can do that. What would make it even crazier? What if I could rotate the record? Oh, what if I could put the arm on the record? And yes, the arm of the record actually, as it rotates, the arm gets closer to the center. That's not enough. What about my ladies for the R&B? What if I could stop it and switch the entire record out and bring a new one in and not do anything? I don't have to do this. I just get to sit here and mind my business while I'm DJing. And guess what? Watch the arm. The arm of the record will eventually go over to the record and it'll start playing at the center. I can make it go where I want. I can control the speed. If I want to, I can slow it down. I can stop it. If I want, I can change it out to it. I can stop the whole thing and look, go to another record. I just hit the button. You ain't even see me. I just boop. Just real fast. Look, let's slide the video real quick. I ain't got to think about it. I don't even have to think. I just know, boom, boom.
So Jackson's thing is interaction. You know what I'm saying? At different levels. You know, when you're starting to stream, know what type of DJ you want to be. You know what I'm saying? That way you can present these type of emotes. That way you can present these type of vibes, so they know where they're getting into. You know what I'm saying? Just know what type of streamer you want to be.
I'm glad you said that. I know a lot of y'all use bots. What if I told you you missed a whole interaction with your bots and your emotes? I know y'all got commands that do things, right? What if I told you, if you go to your emote and hover over top of it, you see it says DJ Alta, whatever, it'll give you a piece of your name.
Yeah.
It makes a name. If you write that as a command, when somebody hits the command, it activates a command. Using the emote, not the words. Because the chat doesn't see the emote. If you ever seen your chat and an emote is down, you'll see all the wording for it show up 100 times. Yeah,
it'll be a paragraph look like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like,
Right.
So if it's called DIR Jack Dance, if I say exclamation point DIR Jack Dance and then say put some words in there or make an emote for or make an animation for it, when the person uses the emote, it will read the chat the same way as the emote. The emote reads the name of the emote, not the emote itself. So now people can, all the emotes you have that you named, you can take all 5 of those emotes and now turn them into commands. So each time somebody hits it, it says something in the chat. It puts an emote out on your channel, and you don't have to have my software to put emotes or GIF files out when somebody uses the chat. I'm gonna have to get with you on that. My buddy uses it all the time. He got dancing animations the same way I do, but it goes through a third-party system. The only difference is mine is directly into my OBS. Any other OBS has to use a third-party system. But imagine that. Nobody even has to type a word. They can just tap the emotes. Even if they do it a bunch of times, it's only going to read it once. So now people can use emotes as commands. Or either they just have animations or reactions to them just because somebody used it. Again, this goes into you making more money because now you can say tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. I have people that have a tier 2, tier 3 subscription because they understand what it gets them and they got the money for it. If I had more people that had the money for it, I'm guarantee you somebody would buy a tier 3 because it comes with a free t-shirt, a free emote, a bunch of commands nobody can use, and you can move me on and off screen as you see fit. If you don't want to see me, you can move me, but you got to have a tier 3.
Right.
It only recognizes it at tier 3.
At tier 3, right.
Oh, okay. Jackson looking good tonight. Bam, bring your ass back. Oh,
right.
I'm stuck. I got to slide back on the screen. Okay, right. I'm back. I mean, yeah, my chair might just show up because I might have stepped away, but
right.
You know, it's the fact that they have control over your actual stream drives people bananas. They can put stuff.
That's crazy. Yeah.
They can go to the
It's
channel.
crazy.
They can go to channel points. Make. Oh wait a minute. You could. Oh, you want to make something dance? Cool. Let's go to channel points. And let's see what we got here. You want something? Let's put something nice on the screen. Let's put something family friendly on. Throw a little family friendly out there. You got the little twin tunes. They come out and dance for you. Or you was like, oh, the DJ getting it. Bam, drop him down. Guess what? It drops the card. I got it blanked out because there's nobody there. It holds the card, and the card is tracked to the bear. And this is how much work I put in. You see, the bear came down and the card came down, but it's the bear is carrying the card.
The card, right?
And watch those two dancing people in the back. I don't gotta do nothing. They're gonna go to the right. They're gonna stop, and they're told to immediately come back to the left. That simple. And these are channel points. Oh, you want to give the DJ a kiss, a hug. You want to represent yourself. Oh, the music is popping. You can hit that. Oh, you want to let's get a little hot in here. I got buttons on buttons on buttons on buttons, and I can switch them out. I can easily switch them out to a brand new set of channel points at the drop of a dime. Right now, I just hit all of them channel points. If I hit and take us back to the restaurant, only the food shows up and it erases all of those. That's the kind of control I feel like every streamer should have.
Right.
Like, you got channel points, but what if imagine I can turn them on and off and just bring up a bunch of brand new ones. You can only hold 50, but if I put up 10, 20, and then another 10, maybe 5, I got 3-4 different sets of channel points. You can even with my OBS, if everybody spends a certain amount of channel points, a new channel point shows up. Because y'all work together, y'all as a community was enjoying yourself, or you got the answer right on a game, and bam, now a new channel point and it just shows up in front of your face. Or either you win a game and you're the only person that can use a command. Now you can slide a stripper out and she just twerking all hard, but only you can do it. But only you can do it until somebody else wins the game, and then my program takes that person out and rewrites the new person into that command if they win.
But you only see that on Monday nights.
Okay.
Well, for right now, until I go back to streaming, because I've been
Okay, yeah. But just to throw that out there, you always see that on.
Because all my streams are different. Like you got the R&B, you got I got one where it's a skating rink where I got a bunch of skaters. I play skate videos, and it's an entire different dance. It's a whole dance floor. You can bring your card out. Your card dances. The video slide. It's an entirely different stream, and I can't pull it up because it's not on this save. I have 44 different versions of built crap that look totally different and got multiple scenes in it that do all kind of different things that I've built over the past 2 years.
So question. Right now, Chris.
What's up?
If you was gonna start streaming next week, you know what I'm saying, grand opening Tuesday, 7:00, what would you do?
Hey, I'm gonna hit this man up. Be like, listen, lock out for about an hour, hour or two, and hey, let's get busy because I need help.
What about you, Mario? What would you do?
I would pretty much. Number one, I don't think I would be ready. I would have to really go back and take a look at like I said, if I couldn't get Jackson, then I'll probably have to. I probably wouldn't mess with it because I wouldn't want to embarrass myself.
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily that because everything is water. You know what I'm saying? Photosynthesis is growing. You know what I'm saying? It's
right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to start from somewhere. But
I would just build a little quick scene real quick. Get my playlist together, build something. Matter of fact, I would take this what I got and chop it up, take a couple stuff out, depends on what the actual stream's about, add a little bit of this, take what's already here, all that dancing stuff you've seen, just see, that's the cool part about what I got. I don't have to rewrite this. All I got to do is just go change the animation, and it still moves across my streams the same way, just with a new object. I would just boop, boop, and run it as a new stream, and nobody would know the wiser. And they can still use the same commands, the same channel points, and my stream still looks immaculate. It looks brand new, got brand new crap, but I put in minimal work.
Well, see, I mean, I have an OBS program that's built when in 2020 was my first time where I actually got paid. I was getting paid to do virtual parties online. And so what I was doing is I actually went in and built a
Who did
digital
that?
DJ booth. I built a DJ booth where I'm actually DJ. You see me DJing, and then you see the music video that I'm playing, like to go along with the music.
Right.
Now I do have that. I mean, I do have that saved from 2020, but I mean that would probably be the only thing that I would do. That if I was trying to do a little more animation, I mean, I would just have to go back and look at some of the things I got because all I did was I had multiple cameras. I think I was using like three webcams at three different angles, plus using one like designated screen just for videos, and that's all I had set up.
Hi Tisk. If you seen that Hey Jackson that popped on the screen, that was Tisk 9621. Like I said, I'm offline. All you gotta do is just go over to my chat, and she was like, "Hey, let me just poop." And
Right,
I wasn't.
exactly.
You see, I wasn't even paying attention. That's the
Right.
fun. They could anytime just you
Have
live
fun
on
with it.
somebody else's
Right.
stream.
Yeah.
They
Right.
can think about it. You
That's
on
cool,
somebody
though. That's
else's
so
stream,
cool.
and they can go
Yeah.
run and show you love
Yeah,
Exactly.
on
that's
somebody
On
else's stream
Yeah.
while
yeah.
you sitting here.
yeah,
And
that's
Exactly.
believe
cool.
it
I
or
like
not,
that.
a lot of people do not know that. You
They
can
don't.
still give bits to a person when they're not streaming. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like if if I did like like if Chris was monetized, you know what I'm saying, or Jackson was monetized, and I'm a supporter of his channel, I can go throw a 5 piece out there. You know what I'm saying? Like just to give it to him because why not?
Oh,
You
thank
can
Right.
you.
do that.
Yo, thank you for the 20 subs the other day, man. Yo, blessings, yo. I appreciate that. Yo, that motivated me the other night, yo. I that was a lot of love right there.
So let me tell you what I do. So the last event that I did was a very, very, very big payout, one that I haven't had in a long time, but it really was. So what I do is, guys, people that I like you. I got my pop up posse brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I got what I'm saying, Drew. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right, right.
I go down the list, and if I got it, I'm just gonna show love. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do to support my people because I want to see everybody grow. You
I
know what
do
I'm
that
saying?
too. I grab a 20 piece or a 50 piece, and then I say, all right, I split it up and say, I got two. All right, go here, 300. Oh,
Yeah,
Seth is on 300. Oh, Chris is on 300. Oh, wait a minute. Let me say 500 case, my favorite DJ come on or one of my other homeboys come, and you just pass the love out because they came by. Yeah, it's kind of redundant because you're sharing money, but it's a thing because
Right.
it helps other people say, oh, this is a person safe to throw bits to.
Right.
Right.
Or they just want to show out just because that person showed out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, oh, I'm gonna just throw bits because I see everybody else is throwing bits. And yeah, it's like kind of like I throw bits, and yeah, you end up like the next week you raid me, and then you throw the same 5 back, and then I come to you.
Right.
It don't
yeah,
matter. It's nobody losing money, but it sparks up
Exactly.
new money.
Right.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
This is a
So yeah,
business.
so that's always me showing love. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. A lot of times I won't have it, but that right there, you know what I'm saying, really made a difference in my life. So
I mean,
this
you
is
pay
me
for some Burger
giving
King
back.
next month. I'm getting Burger King. As soon as I get my Twitch in, I'm like, yep, said bought me a bacon
Well, do
burger.
your thing. That's
get
what it's
3
all
of them.
about. That's
Get
what it's
3
all
of them.
about.
I'm gonna show
Um,
off.
Chris, Mario, everything that you work for in between time shows back up on the 15th. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your Burger King money. That's your
Yep,
McDonald's
14th to the
money. You know what
15th.
I'm saying?
On the
You want to
30th, they
buy,
close you out. So on the 30th
yeah,
of every month, they close it and they process it for 15 days because they got a couple million people. And then around about the 14th to 15th, they'll pay you out. And it's not $100 you have to hit. They lowered it and say only $50 you
yeah.
have to hit, and then they'll pay you out. So if you made 51, they'll pay you out because before you had to hit like 101 before you
Yeah.
got your paycheck.
Like
And
during COVID, it was like 100. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it was 100.
Because
Yep.
after it, but once it was at the end of it, which is still here, but once it was at the end of it, and everybody decided that they wanted to be a DJ, not everybody's getting the threshold. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
30 40 people you had in your chat are now watching the new DJ that just started. You know what I'm
Yep. He
saying?
is
And
absolutely
then
right.
and then the ones that was watching them are now watching the new DJ that just started.
Mm.
So your stuff drops. So you got to keep those loyal people. You know what I'm saying?
For
Whether
every
it's
new
9
DJ, you're
people,
gonna lose 5. You're gonna lose about 5. It
Right.
happened to me
exactly.
when it was only a couple people. Yeah, oh, it's looking good. $6, $7, $800 a month from Twitch. But then as every mod, every new DJ switch over, and they start getting their people that they remember, especially if a mod becomes a streamer, whoever they're associated with, they're gonna go there.
Yeah.
So if they come on at 10 o'clock when you come on, they're gonna go support their homegirl. You gonna be short about 8 people out your stream. You just gotta. That's just how Twitch works. It's just
right.
This is how I maneuver through Twitch because I learned this from the gaming side. I understood how the numbers worked, and they work the same way as far as DJing. Or the only way that they change is if you're doing slots or bathtubs or hot tubs, which are basically 2 illegal streams. But there's certain people that still get away with it, and it's insane. I need y'all to imagine waking up at the end of the month and checking your entire bank account, and it say you made $26.4 million that month just from streaming craps, 5-card Monty, 21 blackjack, and you eating 16 months, $368 million in under 2 years.
Yeah.
That's how Kick got started, because Twitch was like, hey, y'all can't do slots and casinos over here. But that, I need y'all to understand, that hurt Twitch. So this is why Kick exists.
Right.
I need y'all to understand. I need everybody to understand. Do you understand how much money Twitch was making off of them being allowed to be on here? Twitch was, why do you think we're not getting our 70-30? They said no 70-30 because we ain't got the income coming in. And they had to kick slots.com out. All the slots and all the casinos, they had to kick them out. And they said, well, let's go over here. But when you're sponsored by an entire casino, you got a morality check. Yeah, you're getting that good 26 mil. But here's how it works. So over on Kick, when you see slots and casinos, when you see them playing the casino game, they're not using their money to gamble. Let's start there. Second, the entire algorithm is made for the streamer or the sponsored person to win at a very high rate. And at the bottom of the screen, go look, you'll see a little code at the bottom. You go over to the website, you put that code in there, and it gives you extra money. For your $10, they might give you $20 worth of fake money. You go gamble it away. For each dollar you lose, guess who you pay? Whoever's code you put in. And go over there and look. Right now, I guarantee you, if you go over there and look at Kick, Aiden or Train, somebody over there got about between 25 to, tell me right, 75,000 people live in their streams right now, grabbing that code, dropping them. So, and that's just today. And then there's tomorrow. Crazy. And then 30 days later. So how do you feel when you realize your 26 million that's in your pocket came out of everybody else's pocket that really ain't have it? They was just kind of stuck in the, I want to win because I'm trying to come up.
Right.
So you gotta, but you can live good though. It's a lot of people. I ain't gonna. It's thousands of streamers that's making anywhere from 10 to 100,000 to $1 million a month. And stakes.com is, if you got Mario, you got $100, right? You would loan me 20. It still leave you 80.
Yeah.
I did a little something for you. Like I would, matter of fact, I wouldn't even have this 100 if Jackson didn't do what he did. So I'm gonna break him off with 20.
Exactly. Yeah.
I might even break him off with 40. I still got $60 left. So if he make 100 million in a month, I'm gonna pay you 20 million.
Right. Absolutely.
So now we question, what do you stream? So right now, just on Kick, we're not talking about Twitch. We're gonna talk about Kick. Just on Kick, there's 1,009 people in the music genre. There's 101 in DJ, and there's 0 in dance. Now let's
how
go
much?
To
go to slots. Yeah, go to the slots and drop that number. Go ahead.
19,113 viewers.
Wow.
And at what time of night on a Tuesday? At 11 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Jesus.
even if you only had 2,000 out of that, you're gonna make at least $4,000 that night because they
Right.
gonna burn. You're gonna catch an addict. You're gonna catch a
Right,
gambling
right.
addict.
Somewhere, yeah.
This is what you did, and but see, this is why I don't. I mean, Trainwreck is a genius, but his millions that he came across. If you like my stream and you got $1,000 and you want to give it to me, great. But I'm not gonna sucker you into thinking you can get money out of me or out of this game because you see me winning. The company is letting me win on purpose.
Right.
And that's how they trap people.
They get
because
more money.
They see you win. It's like, oh, if I get go ahead, grab this code. It'll give you an extra 30%. And it's like, oh, I can take that 30% and throw it down on this game because he winning back to back to back. He getting it. Oh, and then you go over there and your whole $200 is gone, and you just gave him $100 in under 18 minutes, and you one of multiple suckers. And that's just today. Now I need you to multiply that. This happens each and every day. And on the weekends, you're talking 50 to 75,000 people are over there.
Right.
On Kick, watching this person not play music, not entertain them. They're watching this person gamble. And then they go take a chance and gamble. Oh, I'm going to take $5. I'm just going to do $5. But you just gave him $5. So right. A flat solid. Nobody taking no percentage on it. Because the casinos already getting their percentage when you buy their currency. They tax you there. This is why stakes.com had the money to buy kick.com and pay out 90%, 100% in kicks, no ads. The audio sounds excellent. It runs 48K. The graphics, no stream. Wait a minute, hold up. No ads, and I get to watch it in. My stream looks immaculate on Kick. I can't even lie. My audio sounds sick. I mean, the bass. I was on there like, if Twitch had this, but they paying out the money for it because Twitch is backed by who? Amazon. Stakes.com got just as money, if not actually, to be honest, more because they're an overseas gambling company. They probably got a little bit more, a lot more than Amazon got.
All right. Yeah.
Why do you think Kick can look like Twitch and not get sued and still can keep running? Because they said, oh, remember that money we was giving y'all and we can't be over there? We ain't going to hate on y'all. We going to start our own thing up, but here go a couple $100 million. We want to use y'all software setup. They're paying for the intellectual rights. The only thing they got to do is change the color. What more genius ways? If I got the money, take the top platform, buy their setup, y'all good? I mean, as many zeros as on this check, we ain't gonna say nothing for a year. Right. You got 1 year, we ain't gonna say not a daggone thing.
Exactly.
And everybody like, oh my God, this Kick is copying. It don't matter if they copying. If they said, and the check went through, Twitch is gonna be like,
okay,
we don't care.
So years time, that's enough time to rewrite everything. It'll be a rebranding just like that. If they ain't already got it.
So we've been going for about 3 hours.
For real?
Yeah, we've been going about 3 hours. Listen, we definitely want to bring you back for part
Mario yawning. He yawning, yeah.
Oh, trust me. I've been DJing every day since Thursday. I DJ Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, two events yesterday, and then I DJ today. I am burnt out.
Right.
Yep.
So
Mario got everything on his schedule but sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
So the next time we bring you back, I know we talked about we're gonna dive a little bit more into some of the more advanced stuff, and we're gonna let you.
I'll have the visual aids so that way people can follow along and find out where stuff is.
Exactly. This was just kind of like the introduction. You know, we're gonna kind of get everybody like this was just the basics, and we kind of grasp the outline of Twitch. But let everybody know where they can follow you at on Twitch, your handle again, and I'll put it up.
If I'm not mistaken, it should be on the screen. DIR Jackson,
Yeah.
SATAC. Instagram, YouTube. My brand is 15 years strong. Everything that I do on social media, right down the bottom, that's where you can find me at. You can go to YouTube. You can watch my Minecraft building videos where I went insane on that. Yes, I have GTA music videos where I've gotten 40 or 50 people together and we filmed an entire music video. And all of my genius is all over the internet. Please feel free to go indulge in it, and don't forget, what's today's date? What's the date? Today is Tuesday.
23rd Tuesday.
Please make sure you watching my Instagram because I got some big things coming up. Of course, I got to talk to Sid first, but I got some because he's like, I don't even know what he's talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. But I got some big stuff on my playing with Sid. Make sure you're following Kimmy50 and it's DJ Nuff Said for the workouts. Big shout out to my man Chris right here. Hey, Ultimate, I appreciate you having me on. Anytime you need me to come, if you found something and it's stuck, hey, call me personally or put me on the stream.
Absolutely.
I'll help everybody. Mario, same thing. Hey, I'm gonna give you my information or get it from Sid.
Okay.
If you need some help, you want some, you got an idea in your head, you want to know if it's possible, I can run you through how to make it happen, or I'll help you make it happen. Don't matter.
Okay. Definitely.
So,
definitely.
Listen, most definitely, we're gonna be reaching back out to you. We definitely gonna have you back on. Like I'm telling you, like we're gonna make it happen. For everybody that's with us still, we want to thank you for tuning in. For the ones who left, again, we want to thank you for who tuned in. And if you liked it, please subscribe. Follow each and every one of us. Mario, tell the guests where you're at.
Oh, you can just me. It's simple. Just type in DC2DW. I mean, that's my calling. That's pretty much my ID. If you type in DC2DW, everything about me comes up.
Listen, this man's a legend up in North Carolina, Fayetteville area, Raleigh. It's hard to catch this man. I tell you, we're not playing when we say this man don't have a day off and he don't sleep. We are not playing.
I gotta get up at 6 a.m. because I got 2 events tomorrow. So I'm like, oh
God dang.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And no said, where can we follow you at?
It's DJ No Said all across the board. Twitch, Instagram, Facebook. I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Kick. It's DJ No Said. I'm trying to be like Mario and get my bookings up. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be like Chris and find me a new computer so I can leave this Honda alone.
Buy the one he got.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, shoot. But yeah, tonight was wonderful. Jackson has a lot of treats to share, and I feel like this would be the perfect opportunity for everybody who's curious, you know what I'm saying, to make that step. Because a lot of us that could be doing this don't do it because we don't know the pros and cons of it.
Right.
Well, we're here to tell you, you know what I'm saying? We threw the numbers out to you about what this person does and what that person does. But there's so many more that's doing the same thing that you want to do that you could be doing yourself.
You don't have to do what I do. You can still get what I got. You don't have to invest this much time.
Yeah.
I just do it because I have the time. I don't work nowhere. I'm retired. And I can spend this kind of time getting this intricate. But the basics of what I got, it'll boost your stream 100,000. Just one connection, just one settings change, you're gonna up your stream. You don't have to go this hard. You don't need everybody. Oh, I don't have the time. I got my family. I gotta work. I understand that. If you want what I got, yeah, you might need the time. But if you just you're looking for a little seasoning on. How hard is it? Just grab a little seasoning on your meat, and that's it. You don't gotta sit there and put a whole lot of work in just to make your stream better. You don't need to spend money. Biggest thing, please stop going to spend money to make your stream better when you're trying to make the money. Right. Find ways to make it, way more efficient. Get your camera right, get your settings right, make sure you upgrade it. If you need to, call your internet service provider and say, hey, I want to bump up to the next level, or am I running at my top speed? I found out a lot of people haven't even called their internet service provider. They're still running at 250 down and like 2 megabytes, 3 megabytes up, and it was free. They just never. Nope. Oh, we forgot about you. My bad. You got to call.
Mm-hmm.
You can be up to 350 down and be up to at least 6 to 8 megabytes up without no money. You don't have to spend the money. Just take the time, do the research. If you don't know what to look for or how to look for it, contact me. As said to get in contact with me, because I don't want people out here spending money and time. And I know y'all time is just as precious as money. I don't want you wasting 5-6 hours because you can't figure something out. In the first 30 minutes, you can't figure it out. Just call me so I can get it knocked out in the next hour, and it don't take 6 because you got to stream that day. You got to go to work. You want to go to sleep. You want to get that knocked out. Just call. If I don't hit you, I'll just tell me what's going on. I'll type you up something, or we'll make a schedule, and I'm always open. That's what I'm here for. I'm only here to teach. I've been doing it for 2 years. I got 270 plus DJs under my belt as far as who I inform, or streamers. Let me say streamers. I can't say they all were DJs. Streamers. And I still do it till this day, and this is my purpose. This is the only reason I'm here. This is the only thing I like doing. So if you got it might be crazy. You might got a retarded question. It don't make no sense. Let me know. And if I don't know it, give me 24 hours. I'll learn it, break it apart, and make it more efficient than you even thought it could be. Just give me 24 hours.
It's not going to take 24 hours.
It don't. It really don't. I'm just being nice about my time.
It sounded good, though. I feel you. This sounded good.
I had some people ask me, like, well, I don't know about this. And 3 hours later, I'm like, hey, matter of fact, go to your computer, sit down. Let me show you something. And I didn't even know about it. Like Twitch alerts, I didn't know about. Somebody, I think it was Lady J or somebody said something about Twitch alerts to me, and I was like, yeah, I saw it, but I didn't get into it. And somebody said, well, what do I do with it? Now I gotta go. I don't mess with it until somebody asks me, and then it's like, oh, matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you what nobody else is going to, because it just came out. There's no videos on it. Nobody's used it. Nobody's tested it. Oh, I've broken the whole damn thing apart, and you can do some cool stuff. And it also integrates with what you, if you already have alerts, the Twitch alerts don't interfere and don't require them to interfere with what you already have in your alert system. It just adds to it.
And that's good. That's good right there, because now that's extra shout out to give that you don't have to even do. It's going to do it for you. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because the viewers want to feel welcomed when they come to your stream. So why not let that go overboard for you? You don't have to be like, yo, what up? Chris is in the house. How we doing, Chris? Chris. You don't even have to do that no more, because now that we got 2 stacks of alerts.
Some people just like, you ain't got to say nothing. They just like that picture to show up on the screen. You seen people do the VIP where they got okay, mine's is a little fancy, but, that wasn't good enough? Go to my channel points, give your own self a shout out. Put it on a milk carton. Put it on a soda can.
Put yourself on the stream.
Put your own card out there. Put yourself on a coin. You want a coin? Throw a goddamn coin out there. Put your face on this coin, and look, your name is going to be there. If they don't know who you are by face, your name is attached to it.
Throw 20 of them out there.
Throw as many of them as you can. You can't hurt my system. You can't hurt it. I've built my system to be abused or taken advantage of, and it shuts itself down when it needs to.
Yeah, because y'all got y'all computers from Krypton. See,
y'all too busy DJing. You ain't got no time to keep looking at that chat saying, shout out to this person, shout out to that. Your system should be like, oh, here comes so-and-so with the raid. My raids are insane. It's an entire show that happens when somebody raids in, and I don't have to do nothing. My system can see when it raids in, and it activates the slide out, the person picture, Raiders welcome, shows up on the panel, give them each person, if I want to, I can hit a button, and each person that comes in a raid, I can sit there, and it'd be like, hey, Raider, welcome in, hey, and put up their personal pictures. It's so, and if you're, like he said, like Mario said, if your mind can think it,
it can happen.
But you gotta have it. I know a lot of people think about this stuff, but it's like, I don't got the time to put that stuff together, and I don't even really know how to do it. It's a way you can do it.
I'm changing my shout outs. I'm changing my stuff from shout outs to fix them a plate. That's
what's up, though.
And I need you to help me figure some things out, because I want somebody to hand them a plate of chicken and macaroni on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to get that right. Yo, Chris, DJ Ultimate's in the building. Y'all fix him a plate. You know what I'm saying? That's the shout out. You know.
Nice. Nice.
And see, you give me that idea, I could do that. Like I could do that in the next 5 minutes. And in 5 minutes, I could be like,
see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, Chris? Chris, you see why I told you to have this cat right here?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I mean, I could literally go get a chicken plate, make it a whole video. I can make it come out the side of the screen each time somebody say, shout out to Chris, or they use his name in it. They could use his name in a sentence. And it'd be like, oh, they go, yep, somebody said his name, serve him some chicken. But you gotta just, here's the thing. Once you take the time to do something on your OBS, you don't have to do it again. A lot of people say, they say I don't feel like doing it because they feel like they gotta keep doing it each time.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like I gotta do all of this each and every time I stream. I'm like, nah, this is all pre-programmed. I ain't gotta do nothing.
All right, well, we're gonna save some content for this next one.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna stop you right there. We're gonna save some content for this next one, right? Because I see the wheels turning. I see the wheels turning. All right, once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I hope to see you next time. Again, Director Jackson, we gonna have you on again. Mario, DJ Nuff said, as always, I want to thank you for coming and showing out. And again, if you guys like what you saw, subscribe. We'll be here again next Tuesday, 8 o'clock. Hope to see you then.
All right. Peace.
Sure enough.
You've been listening to the Ultimate Entertainment Solutions Show. If you enjoyed our show, be sure to tell a friend. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss a show. See you next time.